Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Cloud Ninja Podcast. Today we're joined with another episode, I messed it up. But today we're joined with our regular co-host today, and of course it's going to be my guy, Free Game Nino the Third, and of course my African American Uchiha the Third. I keep
bro,
messing up his name.
This nigga's just been racist the last two podcasts, bro.
What do you mean? I can't call my guy African American Uchiha. This is crazy.
Let's call him African.
My guy is actually crazy, literally African American.
My boy is on his Hulk Hogan today. All right,
I'm celebrating my Independence Day tomorrow, so that's part of the reason why I'm out of town.
Kobe Hulk Hogan. This
my
boy
on his Hulk Hogan shit today.
Yeah, RP Hulk Hogan, bro.
RP Hulk Hogan, bro.
That's crazy.
This is crazy. All right, so the chapter had officially dropped over the past week. Of course, we gave our ratings about the spoilers, but now
I was my bad. I had to walk away real quick. I just wanted to say real quick the reason why I say fuck Hulk Hogan, bro, is because I was on the RIP Hulk Hogan wave too when I found how he died. I found out he died because
I'm not laughing.
When I was a kid, I was a huge Hulk Hogan fan. Them motherfuckers just kept on tagging me and racist shit that he was saying and all types of they hated black people. I was like, oh, okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
But like my boy Black said when I text him, as a man of God, still RIP to him. I'll keep that.
Yeah. May his soul rest in peace, his family. But we're all not perfect. But at the end of the day, the man was a racist. He didn't like our people. So
I heard his daughter married a black person,
and he was
he
pissed.
did not like that. Yeah,
and he
didn't like that. Yeah, I ain't even finna get into that, but yeah.
It's like that.
Got the same.
That owner of what basketball team? I can't remember what his dude name is. He was like, "I don't want you playing with them." I can't remember what he said. That shit was funny as hell.
I started thinking about that basketball team. I thought he was going to say something from Boondocks. Uncle Ruckus was wrestling the basketball game. He was like, "You touch the white girl, that's a foul. You look at the white girl, that's a technical foul." It was funny.
Fucking Uncle Ruckus, bro.
All I'm saying, him and Dr. Umar got the same vision. I gotta respect it.
He said him and who?
Dr. Umar.
That's crazy. They should have a.
Hey,
damn, the Boondocks isn't currently active right now, is it?
Nah.
I was about to say we need a Dr. Umar episode for real, bro. That was
the Boondocks has to come. Yeah. I'm under the impression the Boondocks never ended. We're just living in the IRL Boondocks, bro. Like as soon as they place it off air, bro, it's just became. They just waiting for
the more material so they could drop another season.
Nah, we're living in the Boondocks right now because there's so much extraordinary shit is going on in this society. It's crazy, and it can only happen in the Boondocks skit.
Nah, yeah, that's true. Would you say the Caucasian version of the Boondocks is like South Park or Family Guy? Which one of those?
Shit.
I would say
South Park.
South Park. If I had to choose between the two, because Family Guy already got
takes a lot of South Park take a lot of realistic situations and make them into episodes like the Boondocks did. So I'll give it to South Park. Family Guy, they do some real life situations, but not too many though.
Like too many to the point where casuals can confuse the two. They're like, isn't that from a show? Like,
yeah, facts. Like the Boondocks taking that dude, the Latrell Milton, the little kid that smoking with cigarettes.
Smoking cigarettes with my friends. Some people think it's a Boondocks episode. It is a Boondocks episode, but other people don't realize that was actually a news.
No, that's real. That was on a news program and everything. That kid in jail now.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Some people don't realize it wasn't just a Boondocks episode.
You said what?
I said some people don't realize it wasn't just the Boondocks episode.
I know, that's what I'm saying. The nigga that the real dude, they had him on a television. It was a news channel or whatever because he took his grandma's car and was driving the shit. And they was like, "Why did you take your grandma's car or truck?" He was like, "Because I want to do hood rap things with my friends. I like to smoke with cigarettes."
They said, "Yeah."
Yeah, he in jail now because he grown now. He ain't a kid no more.
You think he probably get his life together or something? He probably get some sort of good influence.
We all have that potential, bro. It's just a matter of who's around us to push us in that direction. I'll say that.
Yeah, he didn't have a good support system, bro. Yeah. I think all he had was grandma. Then you raised by your grandma.
That's her soul. She don't live her life. She can't be chasing around young niggas all day.
Yeah. I mean, they can only do so much, especially at an old age, bro. You can't, it's hard.
Yeah,
All that damn energy and mischievousness. But yeah, chapter 24 though, a pretty eventful chapter, if I do say so myself.
How do we go from 12-year-olds smoking cigarettes to chapter 24 of Boruto? This is crazy.
Hey, bro, because I'm the transition king.
So gotta respect it.
You know how we start the podcast off. Every chapter that come out, we're gonna start off with our chapter reviews. If you will be so kind, Bard, to start us off with your chapter review, how are you feeling about it?
I give this a 10. Very similar to what I gave the spoilers, but a little bit more nuanced with the actual chapter review. One of the things I did really appreciate about chapter 24, and God bless, I forgot, I think his name is Ikimoto, whoever does the illustrations. God bless his heart. We understand he's not going to be One Piece level or My Hero Academia level, but this chapter, like, it stood out. Like, in comparison to pretty much every other Boruto chapter, it definitely stood out. He did Kawaki a lot of justice in this particular chapter right here. And of course, he did Juro a lot of justice as well, let's be honest. When Juro's escape, or during Juro's escape, gave him a lot of aura. Same thing with my guy Kawaki and Boruto with the middle finger scene. A lot of aura. But yeah, so a lot of great things that we did see in this particular chapter. And of course, plot-wise, I always talk about that. And when it comes to, like, moving forward with the storylines, what did we actually get with that? What did we actually get finished and get covered in this particular chapter? We now figure out that Juro, or I guess Boruto and Kawaki, they make their escape. I was about to say Juro makes his escape, but I guess Boruto made it clear in the first scene that no, Boruto and Kawaki, they actually made their escape. Unfortunately, I could still argue that Kawaki and Boruto could have probably beat Juro right then and there, but that time for a different discussion for a different time. Probably later on this podcast.
Yeah, facts.
I don't know. But yeah, not only that, we also got to see Sumire pretty much realize that Sarada beat one of the Shinju. I think that's probably going to lead to some interesting scenes later on in this, and I guess chapter 25 and chapter 26.
And we're going to have a nice conversation about Sumire later, too, just to let you guys know.
Okay, I like to hear about that as well. But yeah, so pretty much, again, 10 out of 10 chapter. And also, we pretty much essentially get what we're going to get to see in the next... I don't know if we're going to call these things arcs or mini arcs or phases of the arc, I guess. We know that, the next battle is going to be Mimushi versus Ada and Damon. Pretty much. So leaving off with that, I think it was not necessarily an elite cliffhanger, but a cliffhanger that's extremely respectable and plot wise, one that's pretty much like the best that we could have probably hoped for.
Yeah, I think we saw that coming for sure. But yeah, no, I like that review. What about you, Black?
You already know, hands down, 10 out of 10. Ikimoto does his thing, and I'm gonna call a spade. So if he got 10 chapters from me and I'm calling them 10s out of 10s, it's because they 10s out of 10s, bro. It don't matter. It's like simple as that. At this point, it's the norm. I'll be surprised if I find a chapter moving forward that I would give lower than like a 9, probably 8.5. It's really, really surprising. Is it my favorite chapter? No. Is it a 10 out of 10? Yes. Like Barra said, the paneling was very great. For me, though, because I actually understand everything you were saying in terms of like Ikimoto snapping. But for me, I got that feeling when it was chapter, I believe, 13. And for those who like trying to get this, basically Himawari versus Juro. That chapter.
Oh yeah, he snapped.
I believe Ikimoto. I don't know. He entered a different realm.
He was in his bag on that one.
Yeah, bro. He was paneling things differently that he doesn't normally panel before. And I was just like, okay. But I see that feel definitely this chapter. And I think I want to chalk it up partially to Ikimoto probably just adjusting his craft. Maybe he's finding more time in his schedule throughout the month, or maybe he's just implementing new ways to panel and he's just testing the waters and slowly implementing things as the chapter goes on. But I think the start of this instance was definitely that Himawari-Juro fight, because post that fight, there was actually a couple of other chapters where I'm like, dang, the paneling on this is actually very good. And it's not something that you normally point out, especially when reading the Boruto manga. So I chalk it up to that. Kawaki's fight was amazing, and it led me to think, like episode 189 vibes, chapter 24 vibes of Naruto Next Generations, Kawaki versus Garo. So once we get this in the anime, I have a feeling it might be like the Ishiki versus Naruto and Sasuke, where we had that 3-star episode of just pure animation greatness. So we might get 3 episodes just to not, because there's no break in between Boruto versus Jura and then Jura versus Kawaki. So we're gonna have to get beautiful shots all around. But Kawaki's debut of fully unlimited, being able to freely and willfully shrink himself at times whenever he wants to, utilizing and manipulating the size of the chakra rods that he has. We haven't really seen him do that to this extent. He has a regular weapon size one, and then he's out here summoning mini ones and cubes on top of Jura. He's summoning cubes while he's shrunken down. So he's doing things Jigen wasn't able to do. So I'm gonna give it to him. You know what I'm saying? It was a very, very amazing fight. 10 out of 10 chapter, a lot of great parts. The comedic relief was actually something that took me by surprise, that it was so many comedic moments in such a serious chapter, but the balance was there. Like, it wasn't something that I'm reading it, I'm like, okay, it was another joke or another unserious moment. It was every time we got, like, whether it's Konohamaru getting stepped on, Konohamaru again, Kawaki flipping off Jura, or Hidari telling Jura, like, your facial expression is just giving me the heebie-jeebies right now. It's just all of these little moments. I'm like, it's appreciative. I'm very appreciative of them, and I kind of get like that vibe of Boruto/Naruto anime vibes, because we know Kishimoto was one to write like slapstick comedy in his shows. Some of them hit, some of them didn't, but for sure we were going to see the slapstick comedy. So I appreciate those elements this chapter. The fight was beautiful. The rendezvous point was beautiful. The plot, especially in terms of like what is going on now, like Boruto is about to go back to the village. We talked about this a little bit in the spoiler, but like, what's the word, man? Like, Boruto, are you gonna rendezvous with everybody? Are the elders gonna be on your neck? Shikamaru gonna give you the green light? Is Kawaki gonna stand up for him? Like, so many questions. Is he even gonna go to the village with everybody, right? So a lot of interesting notes on that. Seeing how the soul thorns get returned to these people, I'm looking forward to that with Moegi and Shinki. So hopefully we get to see some Araya shots next chapter. And aside from that, the two things, they mentioned two of my favorite characters, Damon and Sarada, this chapter. Shout out to Sarada. Jura from the big top dog himself said she easily took down one of his kin. So I ain't trying to hear it. One-shotted Ryu, one-shotted Shinju, hashtag team one shot. And it's time for Damon to really...
against that.
You said what?
I ain't never had no contentions on that. It was boring.
No. It was just something that I like. I just noticed.
I
never said that she was like one shot in Ryu. I always like, yeah, she can beat all these, but that's just like the cherry on top confirmation. You feel me? He himself said it. It was like easily, and I was like, okay, I like that. I like that he pointed that out rather than just saying, oh.
Whoa, I always thought it was possible. And to be honest, Sarah didn't even really have to do all that. She just aura farmed it. Like, let's be honest. What was said was, without the sand, Ryu, or let's just say Shinki, was equal to, what was his name, Araya. You feel me? So it's like, and we already seen Sarada without the Mangekyo Sharingan destroy Araya in a tuning exam. So it's like, she didn't even really need to use the Mangekyo Sharingan to beat Shinki or Ryu after he lost his sand.
Oh man, she's Sasuke's daughter, bro. He be standing upside down on ceilings when it's like, what's the reason, my guy?
Yeah, so, why? Like, why, bro? He could have just stood upright like everybody else.
Yeah. But I appreciate that for sure. So shout out to Jura for calling a spade a spade. But then also, aside from that, Sumire was shocked by that. And it's funny how it took me 24 chapters into TBV to realize, so we will get into that Sumire topic later on. I'm not going to say no more because I have a lot to say. But other than that, Mimushi's about to get ran down like the old man he is, Paul. You feel me? Damon got an ass whooping from Mimushi scheduled at 6:15 and then PBS Kids at 6:30. So he has to make quick work and hop back to the couch and get to the television. But other than that, 10 out of 10. You feel me?
Bro, you was spitting for like at least 70. No, I'll give you 95% of what you were saying, and that last 5% when you was just fucking yapping. You was just yapping.
Listen,
you just
man,
yapping, bro. They're not leaving this.
Fuel.
They're not leaving this as one of the last fights for no reason, bro.
You're
Damon is
the
not
fuel
about to
for
make
Damon, bro. You're feeding the fuel because I'm trying to tell people. I was already certain, but now it's like, even it's like I see it as a win-win. You wanna know why? Because he's gonna either one-shot him and then restamp himself as the strongest, and Jorah gonna have no choice but to try to the ones with this kid, or like most people are saying, Damon's gonna get pushed to the brink. But even if he gets pushed to the brink, let's say it's a high battle for him, nigga gonna ore farm so hard, and the wind is gonna be so cold. Whether his clothes is all beat and battered up, he's gonna be so cold once he stands over Mimushi's body. So I'll take any type of W, whether it's a high diff or it's like a one shot. But either way, Damon is coming out with W's.
Yeah. All right, yap away.
Yeah, all due, I gotta agree. All due respect, I gotta agree. Damon's likely going to defeat Mimushi, and it's probably going to be a quick situation. One of the things that I could probably see Mimushi getting off, like hypothetically, if Damon is not there, let's say Damon's like going at the corner store getting some milk or something like that, and he catches Adis lacking, like, and that's likely not going to happen because let's be honest, she has a Sharingan. But let's just say something like that happens. I could see Mimushi defeating like some henchmen from the Hidden Leaf Village, a couple of Jonins, something like that.
Couple of Jonin, yeah. Maybe he might run the ones with Konohamaru. He could get a dub off of Konohamaru at this point.
Yeah, you feel me? Or form off Konohamaru.
Yapping like a
you feel
motherfucker right now. The yapper meter is off the
anybody
charts,
else,
bro.
I get he could even run.
Throw Anko on Adobe.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He's not gonna beat Damon. Nah, it's quiet,
bro.
Man.
The yapper meter is off the charts right now, gang.
Why?
I mean, I could see him throwing Yamcha in a I say Yamcha.
See how much y'all yapping? You going into different series.
I could see him throwing Kiba in a headlock or something like that.
Throwing Kiba in a headlock is crazy.
we talking about
gonna
big
get drawn
here.
for the first time just to get put in the full Nelson.
They gonna put Kiba in the manga just to get put in a chokehold is crazy, bro.
I can see it. I can see it.
No.
But then once Damon comes, you feel me?
It's
all the respect.
Put one of the sensory ninjas in a headlock. I respect him.
I kind of did. I don't know if y'all noticed in that flash forward scene, not this chapter, but like whatever chapter Kashin Koji had the new futures revealed to him. People were pointing it out to me, but like Mimushi is kind of like pulling out the shadow clone jutsu in the reels that we see him in, because they're saying like it's like 3 or 4 Mimushis in the background, so he's able to clone himself. So he's just making more targets for Damon if that's the case. But either way, I'm not really worried about the type of powers or whatever he brings to the table, because the table's going to get broken regardless.
It seems like every one of them have their own little special quirk about them, bro. Yeah. We don't know what the hell Bug, like, as far as like, we know he wasn't a ninja, but he may have some OP shit going on for himself, but he just didn't like to fight. Bug may have been one of the most OP characters in the Naruto verse, but bro just like to sit back and get drunk. You know those people that got so much potential. They could have been in the NBA or whatever, but they just decided to waste all their talent. That's Mimushi right there, bro.
I'm telling you. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily rule that out completely, but one I could probably see him being like an Amato, where it's like he's not trying to fight, but he got some scientific technology on him, where it's like, you feel me?
Nah,
he could activate if he needed to.
I can't rock with Bug, bro. I'm not talking, and not even talking about Mimushi. I'm talking about Bug himself. Like, it's really that deep, because he out here snitching. He's snitching the code, talking about something. Oh, it's in his palms, Damon. As long as he don't touch it, and Code still got whooped that fight. So Bug, the whole reason he is snitch. He's snitching on my man's Damon. He's gonna get packed. He is packed up. So his whole clone is about to get packed up, and then we're gonna pack up the original Bug body, because he's gonna be the only one that's not coming back.
They say that Bug is the only one that knows Damon's weakness. Do you think this? But what I'm trying to say is, though, do you think that information would have got transferred over to Mimushi, though? Because as you see with the other Shinju, they really don't have the memories of their vessels or whatever you'll call them, of their originals. Yeah, that's an easier way to put it. Yeah, they don't have the memories of their original, so don't see him really knowing the weakness, but possibility.
I wouldn't rule it out. I actually would root for it. Whatever helps. Not, yeah. I mean, it would help. It would help him, like Mimushi, because it's like, how else are you gonna go into that fight? And then I don't know. People think if they go into the fight like just straight up ones against Damon, they can get past, but like they still have to do like get past the whole entire intent ability. Like the intent is different from like the physical attacks. And I see a lot of people like misunderstanding that. So they be like, well, if you just get Damon in a one-on-one scenario, his ability is nullified. Well, half of the ability is nullified, but the other half requires you to think. And if you think too hard, well, GG's, my guy. So, but I hope he does. I actually would say I hope he even knows more than what Bug revealed to us, because then it would be even like it would let us see how Damon would operate in a high stakes scenario where like the cards are actually stacked against him, despite him being so overpowered.
Right. Yeah, no, I feel you on that. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when the time comes. I mean, but as far as this chapter, I kind of sped right through it, and you guys kind of heard my reaction in real IRL while we was in the back. I laugh most of the time, but excuse me. What I really liked about this chapter, though, like it was a lot of action, but we got a lot of holes that were filled. Pause. We got the full context of the conversation between Kawaki and Boruto when it was on the monument. That like started off everything. We got basically Boruto explaining to us further the mechanics of the flying Raijin and how he uses it, and going long distances is kind of harder for him than shorter distances. Of course, that would be logical, but we got that. Also, during the battle, he told Kawaki he wanted Kawaki to show up first, but I guess it may have taken a little bit more time for him to convince them to take off the limiters, because he was trying to get them to save Sarda and everybody. So it didn't go completely how he expected it to go, but it happened to go in a way that, was still successful. We figured out why he wanted them to, take that piece and go to a certain distance, because he, from the beginning, knew he was going to retreat from Jura. And no matter what, it seems like Kashin Koji would have told him, as far as like Konohamaru dying or the others dying, he already planned on entering the battlefield no matter what. So I don't see how Koji didn't see that, but the singularity thing makes a sense at that point as well. Also, we got to see Boruto's conflict with his Karma Cell. He was holding his arm. He was kind of trying to get himself to calm down. Like, it was a lot of things in this chapter that I think it was just like little things that were great that they added in. Joran talking about love and how he's seen 3 people so far exceed power levels that he didn't even know they had, and he's equating it to love. So I wonder where he's going with that, and like how this story is trying to progress with the love factor of everything, because they keep on bringing it up, and I don't think they're going to keep on bringing up that point for no reason. But as a rating, I really wanted to give this chapter like an 8 or something like that, but I can't do it. I can't push myself to do it. I would have to give this chapter a 10 out of 10 as well. I have to ride the bandwagon and say, yeah, this was a 10 out of 10 chapter. This was a banger. It had comedic effect. It gave us more information on like things we've been talking about for the longest. We got more about Boruto's Karma. So even though we haven't seen Momoshiki, and it doesn't seem like we're going to get Momoshiki, like, in the next chapter, like I thought we would. But we got to see his struggle. He's still struggling with that Karma Cell. And I want to see why. I want to figure out why. And hopefully they explore that more in the next chapters. Well, obviously they will. But yeah, so yeah, the Mimushi thing, great cliffhanger. Loved it, bro. Loved it. Great chapter.
Right. What was the thing about Sumire you wanted to say?
You got time? Hey, how much time you guys got? Hey, chat, how much time y'all got? Let us know how much time y'all got, because we got time. Oh yes, bro.
Tell me. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me start it off with something simple. I'm gonna send this to the. Should I send it to the Discord or the regular chat?
Chat. I thought this was a buttoned up, pertinent discussion.
Because I just wanted to start this off. This might be me hating just to start it off like this, but at this point, I don't even care, bro.
Do you need me to show something when you ask that question? Do you need me to like show it on the screen or what?
I mean, you can. I don't mind. Like, so I'm texting it to the group chat right now in the text messages. So the image I just sent.
No, just send it on Discord, bro.
All right, let me restart it. All right. So the image hold on, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so the image I just sent, right? That's the ending scene of Boruto opening 6.
Hold on, let me
Boruto opening 6. You see? Do y'all see the image?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is like the Urashiki arc in the anime, the time skip arc in the anime, and y'all know in the first version of that opening. Naruto is young in the opening because it's representing the time slip arc, right? And then once we get out of the time slip arc and into later episodes, and for the rest of the run that they keep the opening, they make a second version where Naruto is obviously in an adult version, right? And in the second version, oh shit, I just sent the same thing. My fault. Don't pay attention to that one. But here we go. This one. In the second version, this is the opening. What do y'all know the second version?
She's not there.
She is not in.
I mean, but it says it in quotation marks though. Sumire version.
They have her. Literally, they have her anime only teammates. They got the bum, the myth, the legend, Metal Lee, and they even got Denki.
Hey, bro.
Denki.
Oh my goodness. Metal Lee is going to be great.
But that was just a. You said what?
Metal Lee is going to be greatness in the future, bro. Don't sleep on him.
I'm gonna act like I didn't even hear that. But look.
Fair enough.
No. So what are we getting at here? What are we?
No. All right. This I was about to say. Let me say because I feel like Bar is confused. This was just a gripe that stemmed from a whole day of already realizing what the hell was going down with Sumire. But all of that aside, because I ended up looking up this because I was really trying to figure out like her importance to the story. Spoiler alert: I don't know this woman's importance to the story. She has no elements to the story that are significant enough or like, meaningful enough. Now they built up certain story arcs for the character that has the potential, I will still say have, to go far and to be very impactful. But every time they build something up, whether it's with Danzo and the Root Foundation with Nue, or whether it's with becoming a scientific guru studying under Kantosuke, or whether it's embracing her assassination / espionage Anbu Black Ops upbringing and spying on a model, every storyline they build up for the character, it fiddles out. And the only thing that remains relevant is her feelings for Boruto. And then I'm starting to think, I'm like, okay, well, has Nue ever even been in the manga? Answer, no, he hasn't. Okay, then I move on further. Well, okay. How many interactions does Boruto and Sumire actually have, right? And I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt because in the manga, it's very, very minuscule, right? But in the anime, I'm like, post her arc, which 15 episodes is cool. She gained feelings for Boruto. I'm like, okay, he saved you. He opened your eyes to the light. That's understandable. We don't see the girl. Mind you, that was like episode 15. The Academy arc, when they're in the Hidden Mist Village, she does nothing. So we don't get any significance from her until the 100s. So when she's in the Jugo arc, she leaves the Ninja Academy to become a scientist in that arc, right? Like all of these things are going down, and it's interesting things, but like it fiddles out. So now the main impact for her story is the immunity, omnipotence, and the connection with, Boruto and Sarada. So then even just looking at her character, if you just take those aspects of the character, like her feelings, if it's really that deep, Ikimoto could literally make Ada a love rival to Sarada, right? And give the whole entire espionage aspect, like have somebody else play second fiddle to a model, someone who's actually gonna capitalize on all of these little questions that they ask him, like anybody else. But either way, I believe genuinely with my whole heart, and I just came to this conclusion, chat. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I just came to this conclusion like 2 days ago. We can retain all of the knowledge and take Sumire out the story right now. There will be no problem.
Like, there would be no problem.
Nothing will be change. No problem, and that's the crazy thing about it. And I mean, like, here's the thing. We can remember her as a character and still remove her, and the story will flourish. That's and then I don't know.
Here's the thing. We're hearing a rant from a sorry to stand, and we understand. As understandable, 100%.
What I tell you,
and then I'm about to say, let me close on this because I am a sorry to stand, and I have to address it.
He's feeling.
Hold on. Let me finish this thought.
Let me close on this because it has to
go. 100% understandable.
I'll close on this. Yes, I am a Sarada fan. I probably should have started off by saying this just so I could have a point stand. But one, everybody who knows me as a Sarada fan have never ever heard me ever advocate for a Boruto x Sarada relationship.
No.
In fact, I don't even care about the relationship. What I care about when it comes to Sarada is her character development, her impact on the story, and I want to see her become Hokage. Those three things are the only thing everything else they cannot give the character, and I would not care. I don't even care if Boruto ends up with anybody. I don't. But truly, honestly and truly, if we look at all the aspects for Sarada as a character, like I said, she wants to become Hokage. She has personal issues when it comes to basically being a leader, taking all of these responsibilities. When it comes to Sumire as a character, if you take away the whole entire love triangle dynamic, what is she and what does she do?
My thing, outside of pointing out the fact that, and Black Uchiha even pointed this out, he should have mentioned this. Outside of the fact that Black Uchiha is of course one of the biggest Sarada stands that I know. You feel me? Mello is a rival.
Mello as well.
Mello is a rival. You feel me? So
Mello is a rival.
I just wanted to point that out. I just wanted to point that out. My point would probably be, you could probably say that for 80% of the characters in Boruto. And not only that, I'd probably argue that Sarada had more of an impact than most of the side characters in Boruto. More arcs dedicated to her, more actual storylines, and not only that, future storylines. She was literally in this chapter. Not only that, she actually has some pertinent plot lines in this chapter. Like, I gotta disagree with that heavily.
Okay, I understand what you're saying in that part. I will say this though, to that point you made, Sumire's arc is not, I think, because Sarada's arc is 6 episodes, Sumire's arc is 15 episodes. Sarada has never had another arc in the anime. Yeah.
Like, what did I tell you though when we was having this conversation in text? What did I say? Was I right or was I wrong?
You did say Baru was gonna defend it. He said,
but it's clear.
But look, but honestly,
tell me how wrong. It's clear. 80% of the characters in Boruto, if you exile them out of the storyline, nothing changes.
Yeah, no.
But check this out. Check this out. Sumire is presented. So aside from her fan base, because I say part of the argument stems from her fan base trying to make her so much of an important character, and I'm like, well, where's this importance coming from? But just take that out the picture. She is one of the promotional characters of the stories. Now, what do you mean, Black Uchiha, by saying a promotional character? Well, like, whatever
is this nigga speaking in third person?
Literally, I spoke in third person because that's how serious I am. But listen, what do I mean by she's a promotional character? So on things that's selling that has Boruto or Naruto's name on it, you're going to see the same characters. Boruto, Kawaki, the rest of Team 7, meaning Mitsuki and Sarada. Ironically enough, we don't see Konohamaru. Obviously, Naruto and Sasuke. And then the last are Team 10 and Sumire, including Ada and Damon. Ada, Damon, and Code. So these are characters that you can find on like magazines, characters that you will find on pop-ups. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Like just characters you will find whenever they're just splashing news on about the Boruto IP, anything. So Sumire is one of the promotional characters. The promotional characters are essentially, you could say, like they're inside of the main cast, but for a promotional character and being promoted on more things than someone like 10, so she automatically has to be, if you include like how serious her fans take her, she already is considered like a more important character than Team 10. But she's been on more promotional material than characters like Team 10, right? But her impact doesn't say that to me. Like, it's like kind of like the same boat with Konohamaru, and I'll just end it on that, where I feel like we expected too much of Konohamaru, and that's why I had to come to the conclusion and ultimately accept he is what he is, and he's not gonna be what most people would want him to be. And I think that might be the same for Sumire. She is what she is, but she is definitely not main character material. And I think it's not because I'm a fan, and it's hard to say that. Obviously, the internet is gonna run what they want with, but I think it's extremely disrespectful to compare her to Sarada in any capacity of the story whatsoever. It's very disrespectful.
All right. Now I see exactly. Here's the Sarada stuff. Here's the Sarada stuff coming. Free game.
That's it.
My point. No one has compared. No, not compared. No one had. Because I will admit, people have compared Sumire to Sarada. My point is, no one has put main character expectations upon Sumire. Everyone knows she is a side character. Everyone knew Hinata was a side character. No one had a main character expectations upon Hinata. All due respect, even though some people
Hinata had so much more screen time than Sumire has ever had. So many more
I might disagree with that.
Fights and battles than Sumire has ever had.
I might have to.
The Neji versus Hinata fight. Bro, when Hinata tried to fight Pain, come on, man. It's so many like
that's a battle. Sumire had an entire arc.
She was Naruto. No. Hinata was very useful when they was like trying to track people from long ranges. Like she was very useful to her team. She had way more screen time than Sumire ever had. You got to see Hinata go on missions. You have not seen Sumire go on one mission.
Boy, that was deep in part 2, where Hinata was useful during missions. That was deep in part 2
because we have wait, hold up 1 second. That's because Hinata was a little scared girl, and she had to go through that character development for her to be useful. She got that. Sumire has no character development at all. We got her from. We got the first thing we got from Sumire was a very interesting arc with the Nue arc. That was a super interesting arc. When they brought her back, I thought, oh shit, they brought Sumire back. They brought Nue back. Like the portal to Kaguya's dimension. I thought they was gonna like do something spectacular with that, and it just
Nue ain't even in the manga, bro.
They just dropped it. Again, I'm not saying that like she can't play any importance in the future, but as of right now, she plays no importance to the series.
Again, I want you guys to zoom out and analyze what we're doing. We're analyzing the character development of a side character right now, not even the main characters like Kawaki, who people who would kind of criticize. I seen character development. I seen character development Sumire in the first 15 episodes. What side character can we literally say that about? Like, what are we talking about? Rock in the first 15 episodes, maybe Metal
Metal. Oh yeah, Metal Lee too, bro.
I would say
Metal Lee opened up the first gate,
but the first 15 episodes, Rock Lee are in the story, major development. Because he's not in the first 15 episodes, but his first 15 showings, like Rock Lee was that guy.
And shout out to Rock Lee. No one's questioning his character development, but somehow we're questioning Sumire's character development. I don't understand this. Not only that, past the 15 episodes, she developed more, past even being just a ninja. Like,
okay, so taking away her love aspect, what is her like character dynamic, and what impact does it hold to the story?
Well, currently in chapter 40, not said chapter 40. I'm looking at the minutes. We're about to be on minute 40. But in chapter 24, she basically seen everything that Kawaki said. Kawaki basically said Juro was right when he said that the 7th Hokage was alive, and that he was right for his like suspicions or his threat for actually, trying to defend the 7th. That is likely going to be some information that she has now that she could probably tell other people.
That's where I disagree. I agree with you. She did notice, but how many times throughout the story, bro, has she been shown with that same little ... panel because she overheard something, she saw something, or she's in the middle of something that has nothing to do with her and she's just observing? But with all of these observations, Like, she's reporting to Shikamaru. We ain't never seen her report to Shikamaru. It has never been applied. She's been reporting to Shikamaru about anything she's ever observed with Amado. And there's been countless times where her and Amado are side-eyeing each other because of whatever is going on in the room. And Amado even called her, he said she's either really brave or really stupid. And I'm starting to believe the latter.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh that loud.
She's probably just really stupid, because even I will give you that. And I would say this, Barum, I'm not saying the development is there. I'm saying all of these development options, and they're letting it fizzle out. So with the New Age thing, I don't even have any hope for that anymore. But even beyond that, right? She's the daughter of an elite believer in the foundation of the Anbu Black Ops, right? And they showcase that she has espionage, assassination tactics, and she's even helped Sarada within the manga at times remain and retain her cover, just so they don't get figured out by Ada or Damon. So it's there, but then everything is like it fizzles out, or it's just stagnant. Now, mind you, it will be enough for it to just be like if this is just what the character does, like this is the science. I can't even call her the sciencey character. This is just the character that's there, right? She's just the body. I don't know, bro. She's really just the body, because all of these developments, they have nothing to offer for us. And even with her strongest argument, the love triangle with Boruto and it's like, first of all, if we want, because I see a lot of people, and I believe Sumire fans won't be happy if we try to do that. A lot of people try to separate the two. So if we're only gonna go with the manga, why the hell do she even like Boruto if he never saved it? Because that shit only happened in the anime. So why do she like Boruto? And if it's that deep, what are you doing that? How are you even like she got no game. Long story short, she not even talking to them. At least Hinata made it an effort to be in Naruto's vicinity whenever she had the opportunity. Hinata put in work, and it also tied into her character arc of building up self-confidence to become strong, to become a proud princess of the clan, and it also tied into her admiration for Naruto, leading into romantic feelings. With Sumire, it's just like, oh, she like Boruto. She get jealous when other girls say they like Boruto.
The reason why I can't necessarily buy what you're saying, I feel like you're just mad that Sumire's storylines haven't played out yet. Like, you're saying her storylines are just open, and the only thing that you're seeing playing out is the Boruto thing, and she's not really approaching Boruto. I mean, you could say that about pretty much any other character. Momoshiki has that storyline is just not playing out. The Jogan storyline is just not playing out. Boruto, not Boruto the character, but the series, they do this. They just have the open storylines, and we understand that's going to eventually play out. So I think the same thing's going to happen with Sumire. You pretty much.
I think you're absolutely right. That's why I said I don't think that, she's not going to play a big role in the future. But as of right now, she plays no importance to the story. As of right now,
I even had to say this. I will say this. She is behind Sarada, Ada, and Himawari in terms of female cast. She's not more important than any of those three characters. And before, I probably would have been like, Sarada and Sumire are top two females in the verse. But I'm like, why do I even got Sumire ranked this high? I feel like I got hit with omnipotence, because what the hell am I doing? So yes, I would put Ada and Himawari, because even with I'll admit, I agree with what you just said, Bara. The stories or whatever arcs are open is gonna have time to flesh out, so I can't just rush it. But the whole they have at least 4 to 5 story arcs for this woman, and none of them have been built upon. And the main one being her love interest with Boruto has no depth to it. We knew why Hinata liked Naruto. Even though people hated it, we knew why Sakura was on Sasuke's body.
Wait, why did people want to say Kishimoto didn't do?
You said what?
Why did he not so like Naruto? Because we all don't know.
Because he was brave and bold. He walked into the room. The first thing he said was, "I'm gonna be Hokage," and the nigga was bottom of the class. She had
that's the main reason. That's
the
main reason.
Let me break it down. For y'all. Hinata's character. Hinata's character was introduced into the story with complete awe and admiration for Naruto. Why did she find it? Wasn't like, oh, the nigga fine. Maybe she thought he was fine. Who knows? But it was his personality and his never give up attitude. So she likened that to herself. She's quick to give up. And also at the time, her and Neji's relationship was still estranged. And her father started to look at Hanabi as the potential heiress of the clan because Hinata just wasn't cutting it. So she looked at Naruto as like, well, if I can be more like that, then maybe I can do this, that, and the third. But that, if I can be more like that, eventually led to, damn, I actually like this guy. I actually, you know what I'm saying, want to be with, like, that's what her character was. That's literally what it was from Naruto through to Shippuden. She had an admiration for the guy.
Thumbs down.
As how much you wouldn't like that or whatever, that was her character. Coming into her self-confidence and coming to her own within the Hyuga clan, and however that's tied to her admiration and love for Naruto. And Sakura, everybody knows, like that whole entire like damsel in distress type of vibes. The point I'm trying to get is the level of writing we have Sumire at, she deserves to be in the story with Hinata and Sakura in Naruto, as opposed to the greatness we're getting from Ada, the greatness we're getting from the greatness we're getting from Delta, the greatness we're getting from Himawari, and of course, I'm not the Queen Sarada, but like all of these female characters. Hell, adult Sakura and adult Ino, amazing. Probably the best versions of both characters compared to all three characters that we got. So, like, that's not cutting it when it comes to Boruto female characters. I'm sorry.
That's why I gotta disagree. I'd never put Sumire up there with the Aidas, the Sumire's, not Sumire's, the Aidas, the Saradas, and the Himawaris. Like, I wouldn't necessarily do that. Same thing. I wouldn't necessarily put Hinata up there. Like, while we're in the trenches of the what's called of the fourth grade ninja war, and you feel me, Sai's brothers out here boxing with Sai, I'm not expecting Hinata, you feel me, to really be doing anything like comparable to like a Conan, or even comparable to like let's go end games stuff, even like a Sakura. Like, unfortunately, like I just wasn't expecting that from Hinata.
Sakura whooping ass. She one of my favorite female characters.
Yeah,
throw her on Sakura.
This is what I'm saying. And Hinata, all the respect to her, like, she comparable to Sumire just isn't in that much plot line. Sumire is far better of like just an overall side character, in my personal opinion, just because of the stuff that she's involved with in regards to the plot. Yeah, Hinata had big storylines or big, let's say, episodes and chapters against Pain. She had big storylines against Tonetti and stuff like that. Yeah, I agree with that. But Sumire, she's like literally super connected to the plot lines. Like, I won't be surprised if in chapter 25 she spills the beans about Naruto being alive.
I would say she's connected is because she's immune. And even when it comes to immunity, it's like nobody even brings that up within her story arc. 1 second. Hold on, nothing crazy happened, y'all. It's just that my nephew walked in, so I don't want y'all to think something crazy happened. Y'all can hear him.
No, bro,
no, you're good. No, you're good. We can continue this conversation in a little bit because Jordan did leave us a super chat mad long ago. I want to say like 20 minutes ago. Running on, so I want to show him some love. Thank you for the support. He says, when do you guys think things will get better for Boruto in the future? I mean, honestly, Jordan, as of right now, it's starting to get looking like it's going in his favor. Everybody's starting to figure out that he's not the person that they portray him to be. So I'm thinking the next 5 to 10 chapters. I don't think that omnipotence is going to get reversed or anything like that. It's still probably going to be those that hate him, but they're going to have to accept that, you know, he is fighting for them and not against them at some point in time. Why try to keep on trying to attack somebody that's trying to help you? And he's a powerhouse at that, so they need him in a sense. So,
yeah, for a fact, I think things are already kind of looking up for Boruto, to be honest. Like, he just gave Jura the middle finger, you feel me? Kawaki and Boruto, both they up there in regards to power levels. So, and to be honest, one of the things that we're not necessarily like taking into consideration is the fact that both Boruto and Kawaki can get power-ups to like pretty much put them above Jura that could pretty much end this whole entire arc. So I think from right now, like, things are looking significantly like impeccable. hypothetically, like I would want to like answer this if it was like comparing it to, or talking about Boruto in like the other sense of like the series. Like what would things be looking up for the series of Boruto? And to be honest, the crazy thing is numbers wise, the manga for Boruto is doing a lot better now than what it was when like the series was like at peak popularity when the anime was out. Like I don't understand. Maybe that's because the only content
it's one
right
of
now
the best selling mangas right now.
Yeah,
honestly. Yeah, we're not getting no anime. Ever since, so everybody, yep. Since TBV, it's been lighting up, bro.
Yeah, but one of the things that I would say, like, because I do have like some casual people that I do talk to when it comes to like anime, that people that only watch Naruto and Naruto Shippuden and only watch like or only pay attention to Boruto when like big stuff happens, like hypothetically when Kurama
they
died.
Say there's two different fandoms. There's a Naruto fandom, then you have a Boruto fandom, and then you have some that love both.
But and to be honest, not even only that, like just people who don't watch or pay attention to Naruto, but would pay attention to like a Boruto fight that's like crazy, like again Barren Mode Naruto or like Kurama dying, they would pay attention to that. Boruto hasn't had one of those crazy moments in a long time. We did when, let's say hypothetically, Naruto and Sasuke fought against Momoshiki, or even when Naruto and Sasuke fought against Jigen, or let's say even when what's it called, Sarada used her Chidori for the first time, like big moments like that would kind of like crash sites. I think things like that would happen when the anime comes back, and we've already like kind of seen like fights that would probably like do that, like Boruto versus Code. I think off the bat, like that would probably be like a crazy moment that a lot of people would be talking about. Yeah, facts. Like so, once the anime comes back, I feel like the chatter and like publicity for Boruto would be like off the charts. Even more than part one, I think, in my personal opinion, because TBV hasn't disappointed in regards to like the fight scenes.
Oh, that's facts. I mean, really, Boruto the manga really didn't disappoint too much, really either. Like, I was really invested into the Boruto manga. I would read the manga preferably a lot of times over watching the anime.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah, the Boruto manga didn't really disappoint. I always said that I believe that the Boruto manga was better than an anime. Like, I thought that the anime kind of messed up the car oh my gosh, I can't say it right.
Actuation.
You know what I'm talking about? Actuation arc. Yeah, messed up that arc. I think it messed up the Boruto and Code and Kawaki fight. Like, I think the anime messed it up, bro. Like, I think they messed up Amado's character. I don't know. It was a lot of things that I think that the anime messed up.
Underwhelming on some aspects, but I would say when it does the manga stuff, I think the anime is better.
Yeah, I've seen
the anime adds touches. The only one that I would say was probably better in the anime than like the manga is because of course we got to see more of it. Probably Momoshiki Sasuke versus Jigen. And then the Bariyamo fight and the Ashiki and Sasuke and Boruto and all that.
Kawaki's introduction was cold, bro. Kawaki's introduction?
Yeah, that too. Those big. Oh, and the Boro fight. No, wait, the Boro fight was that in the manga? Yeah, that was in the manga. That was in the manga. I'm tripping. Yeah, that too. The anime did that great. Not the full thing, not the full fight though. Honestly, I think it was kind of drawn out a little bit too long. But that Chidori would probably be one of my favorite scenes of the Boruto Part 1. For the longest time. I even added it into an intro.
She crushed that core, bro. She was, that shit was hard.
That shit was just so fire. How she held it in her hand and smashed it, bro.
The lightning's going around her face and stuff. Yes. And she just crushed that bitch. And she got one eye closed because the wind. I'm like, yeah, bro. They hard. They snapped on that.
And then Boruto doing, even though I heard y'all say it was some gripe about Boruto doing a backflip.
People didn't like it.
Man, that shit was fire, bro.
The fake Sarada fans didn't like it though. You know, I call the
fire. I watched that shit so many times. Like the genius of Boruto, like if you actually like really pay attention to what Boruto does, like he cuts off his hand so he can't will hand signs to move the little orb inside of him or whatever. and give Sarada just that much more time to actually hit it so he can't move. Like, man, Boruto is a fucking genius, bro. Even at a young age, he was showing Minato type IQ. So, bro, that shit was fire. I don't care about the haters, bro. But Black, my man Jordan, he left that $5 donation. You want to give your point of view on that?
When do you think? Y'all answer. Okay, yeah. I mean, for probably by the end of the story. Most likely, I think either by the end of the story or based off of the amount of plot twists we got, I wouldn't be surprised. Omnipotence gets served like at a random point in time. Like, I had this epiphany the other day. Like, damn, I was just thinking, I'm like, what if Kawaki like gets so strong to the point where like he's like, you know what?
Damn, I was with a girl with epiphany last night.
He'd be like, where goes Naruto and Hinata? Matter of fact, Ada, come here. Revert all of our memories back. Have them remember me as Kawaki and him as Uzumaki Boruto. And he just proceeds to like whoop on folks with their memories retained. I think that's the only way, like, if they're going to bring it back early to not make it seem cheap. Because I feel like people want this to be like an end game for Boruto. Like, the whole world to be against them until the very last minute. But if Kawaki gets so strong to a point where, like, he just, like, yeah, I'm going to reverse this stuff. F all that. And I'm going to still whoop on you. And I could see that happening. But ultimately, I think it'll get better for Boruto. Definitely by the end of the story. And for the IP itself, like they said, bro, the manga is popping. These last 24 chapters, straight popping. If you want to, man, really, these last 50 chapters have been popping, bro. Like straight up 10s for me. The story is always elevating and going in the direction that I can't really tell. And with the amount of anime that I watch, I don't read manga, only Boruto, but I do watch a lot of anime. With the amount of anime that I watch, it's hard to get me immersed in the story to where I'm actually guessing. Like, dang, it's pointless to even try to guess at this point, like, because I don't know what's going to happen. As opposed to being able to call out certain things that you can see, you know, certain things that are being nodded to probably for down the line. Like, Boruto does a good job of really adverting our expectations and finding a way to still deliver. You can't make everybody happy, but Boruto makes a lot of us happy. So I would say that. So for the story, and the manga's only getting more popular. It's been more popular ever since, like, this is the most popular it's ever been. So once the anime comes back, it's about to be even crazier for sure. Hands down, 10 out of 10.
Or if I'd ask you, give me your top 3 most, let's say, popular fights that will happen once it's animated.
Top 3 TBDs?
Yeah.
Oh. All right, let me ask this first. Can we count Boruto and Kawaki versus Jura as one fight? Yes or no?
Yeah.
We can? Okay. All right. That makes it easier for me. Himawari versus Jura, Boruto and Kawaki versus Jura, and people are probably gonna be like, "Oh, he's not gonna say." Guys, I'm a Sarada fan. I'm not a delusional person, but I would. Let me think if there's anything else, because we already established Sarada dog walk Ryu, but it wasn't really a lot of choreography. It was more so hype and shottiness come down. So, other than the 2 Jura fights, Boruto and Sarada versus Hidari was good, but that kind of got overlapped by the Himawari fight, in my opinion. Boruto and Sarada versus Hidari, or Sarada versus Ryu. There's other shit in there. Boruto versus Code is good. Yeah, I would probably say Sarada versus Ryu, and then Jura versus Himawari, and then Jura versus Jura versus Boruto and Kawaki. Those 3 are my favorite fights.
That was like another question I was about to ask. What would you prefer, Sarada unlocking her Mangekyo Sharingan, or Sarada versus Sasuke, or let's say Hidari for this situation? I thought that was a good little 1-2 battle.
I ain't gonna lie, that Sarada, I feel like Sarada and Boruto versus Hidari is gonna go crazy in the anime. I think they should go crazy. That her dodging that Chidori, it gotta be like, if we're not seeing the scenes through Hidari's POV, like his point of view, and then just seeing his hand reach forward and Sarada dodge, I don't want it. I don't want it any other POV. They got to be going straight tunnel vision. Sarada's hair flowing, maybe her fixing her glasses a little bit in one frame. But but yeah, that Mangekyo Sharingan trumps it, at least in the manga for me. So for sure.
Yeah, for a fact. What would you think, Free Game?
Top 3?
Mm-hmm.
For sure, Jura versus Himawari. Gotta see that one. Of course, the first episode. Oh, well, first chapter. Gotta get that. Gotta get that first chapter. Because that's what broke everything. Like, yeah, I'm excited for that first chapter. So that one. And then if I had to choose a third one, the one that we just got, chapter 24. Honestly, that would be the top 3 for me.
Okay.
Yeah, for a fact. No, I'll go there.
Yeah, that's for right now at least.
What about you, Bar?
Well, I'd say chapter 24 would probably definitely be, or let's say Boruto and Kawaki versus Jura. That'd definitely be my top 3. The one I'd probably say that y'all probably say is probably Mitsuki versus Boruto.
I was thinking that. That's a good one. Though.
That's because I don't care about it. That's why I didn't mention it. Just being 100. I'm just being honest.
You know what the crazy thing is, and I know y'all probably be upset about this. I think that probably be like the most or the best animated fight out of all the fights that we've seen. That would just be crazy, just because of Mitsuki's sage mode.
It might actually. That's not even crazy to say, Bar. That's not even crazy to say. I see why you would say that.
Yeah, visually, I would give that to you. It'd probably be the most like prettiest episode for sure.
Yeah, damn. Number 3 is hard. Damn, it's so much good fights so far.
It is.
Would you put the Boruto versus the Shinju in there in chapter 4 when he got jumped?
Nah,
I wanted to put that in there, but I couldn't.
If Boruto would have crashed out, I would have. If Boruto crashed out right then and there, what's the problem? You know what I'll probably do? No. Matter of fact, I'd put Sara to unlock her Mangekyo Sharingan. Yeah, I'd probably put Sara versus Ryu right there. Just because we never seen nothing like that, bro. We never seen nothing like that. Right? The gravity stuff.
Yeah. I just want them to add so much more, though. Like, they gotta fill in so much more. If it's just like panel by panel, I'm
prior to it, like that whole with her, Araya, and Mitsuki versus Ryu. I feel like they're gonna snap on those sequences, and then the Mangekyo is gonna be the end of the fight. It's just gonna be on some crazy animation, probably like the last 4 or 5 minutes in the episode.
Yeah, she gonna look like some motherfucking goddess floating and shit like that. Yeah, that shit.
I really wonder how the anime gonna do it.
Hey, Black, you had sent an article about Studio Period, I guess, adding 140 more.
That was it was a tweet of the article.
Okay. Let's get into that, but let's hold off on that real quick because we got a super chat. Let's get into that after we get to this real quick. Yeah, Ready SG shot us $5. He's saying being in the lab with Amado makes her important. She got to be in there doing more than just spying. She's Kabuto.
This is what I'm saying, bro. This is literally what I'm saying. I think eventually Amado's going to, I ain't going to say die, but he's going to eventually become irrelevant. Then Sumire is going to become like the number 1 scientist in the Hidden Leaf Village, creating cyborgs, you feel me, doing a whole bunch of illegal stuff. Basically like Orochimaru or illegal Orochimaru. Basically.
I don't see that happening. Illegal Orochimaru is crazy.
Shout out Ready SG, man. Shout out Ready SG. Well, I can't get jiggy with that shit, man. I just can't. Do it.
Me and Ready see eye. Me and Ready here with it.
It's just that, like, I would say this, man. It's not even like, bro. It's nothing. It's nothing for her. It's just really she doesn't do anything for this story. She really, I mean, she is immune and stuff like that. But even with, all right. So what you said in the comment is true. She's always in the lab with Amado, and you know what I'm saying. We only see her spying. Other than that, we know she does it, but like Ikimoto ain't telling us.
Oh, maybe one thing, you know. Look, sorry to cut you off. You sparked something in my mind, and I don't want to lose it. Maybe you said, remember you said she was like an expert on like espionage and stuff like that.
Yeah, espionage.
Maybe that's the reason why they. Yeah, maybe that's the reason why they have her in the lab with Amado mostly.
To take him. So I'll give them this. I said this, and I said it like multiple times. They fiddle out her character arcs.
Yeah, they do.
It's there. I never said that they weren't there. So if they build upon the espionage and assassination background of her, there we go. We have it. There we have it. Like I see what she's in the story for. But like all of the like Ikimoto is known for giving us subtle hints. Even if it's a crazy plot twist, we see subtle hints. And everything we've gotten with Sumire lets us know what they quote unquote intend to do with the character, but the intentions are never like met fully. And it's really surface level with the character, and it's like you could just say she's a side character, but like all of these other side characters got so much development. I'm not mad that she doesn't have development. I'm just like, what is her
purpose? Can hear the Sarda stand in him, bro. This is the crazy thing.
What does Sarda have to do with Sumire?
That's what I'm saying. Sarda.
Why does him being a Sarda stand?
Come on, bro. Now we playing dumb. We understand that Sumire is directly opposed to Sarda in some certain ways.
Hey, check this out though. Anytime Sumire is brought up in conversation and she has to be talked about, Sarada name has to be brought up. But when we talk about Sarada, the nigga won't even. The nigga will probably forget Sumire even exists. You feel me? So it's like, I don't know, man.
Big facts.
No one was talking about
Black 1 bar 0.
I don't know.
What? No one was talking about Sarada. No one was talking about Sarada.
No, he said when people bring up Sarada, they don't even think about Sumire. When you talk about Sumire, Sarada always brought up in the situation. You just said Sarada. You said because
Sarada talking about Sumire,
he brought up Sarada.
The thing about Sumire, any type of conversation about her, the topic will always lead to either Boruto or Sarada.
This is cap.
My guy says, "Oh my days."
What else we gonna talk about?
I ain't never heard a nigga say, "Oh my days."
Literally, Nue is not in the manga.
Well, first things first.
Her entire reasoning for going to the scientific department was because she wanted to learn how to control Nue. What happened to that story arc?
Hold on. Well, I guess before we even get to that, I want to tackle what you said first. At first, I hit up my guy Freedom because I was prepared to engage into a conversation about Sumire that did not have anything to do with Sarada or Boruto. A free game. I still ain't even get what my guy Freedom was talking about. Did that have anything to do with Boruto or Sarada?
Wait, what?
No. What I was saying? No, it didn't. But you did say Sarada.
Free game, before we did the ratings, he said he had something to say about Sumire. And I was saying that had nothing to do with Boruto or Sarada. All due respect. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah, okay. I hear you.
No, yeah, I see what you mean. But general concern topics that are being brought up on the character. That's what I meant in that part. For me personally, I'm talking about like the character itself and her impact. So if we're excluding Boruto and Sarada, it's not much to go off of based off of what they're giving us. Now the potential, then we got a plethora of things to go off of. And like one of my previous pod, I even talked about how you can pull from certain novels, the manga and anime to get different fleshed out stories on Sumire's character. I said that, but that doesn't take away from the fact that these different fleshed out stories fizzle out. Not even going into TBV, halfway through Naruto Generations. And the whole point of her character is like, what is she here for in the manga? Because she joined Katsusuke's team because Nue got smaller, the Gozu seal transferred to her palm. She wanted to learn how to control it and how to eventually make Nue an asset to the village. Nue has never popped up in the manga, and we are on the sequel series, right? And it's not like saying, oh, where's Boruto's Jogan? I know we have never seen Boruto's Jogan, and I'm an advocate for basically saying we're gonna see Boruto's Jogan. However, with Boruto and his Jogan, that's not like the only thing with the character. With Sumire, Nue was her go-to. Like that whole entire connection with Kaguya's dimension and the Gozu Tenzo, that was like lit. Like I'm pretty sure when her character was introduced At the time when her character was introduced in the anime, Sarada was not my favorite character of the story, and I was actually interested in Sumire and seeing where they would go with the character. But it's like they didn't build off of that, and now this whole entire immunity with omnipotence. If they really make it the whole, it's because they love Boruto. That's even worse for the character.
Pissed.
It's because it's like now she definitely has nothing. Because now it's like the last.
Now we inventing problems.
No,
he said no.
Bara is right. Bara is right. Bara is right because the other day when I originally texted the group chat free game, I texted y'all. I was like in the middle of the day, I got heated, and I was thinking about
you should rephrase that. You should rephrase that sentence. You texted me because Bar doesn't respond to the group chat.
Bro, I responded today. What are you talking about?
Bro,
these niggas, me and Black talked about this like 2 days ago. But
I texted him. I remember on the day I texted him, I was like, "Yo, do y'all care about Sumire?"
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I think for like the next 4 hours in my head, I was breaking everything I done said on this pod. I'm like, yeah, bro. So it's probably a rant. A rant. Two things can be true. It could be a rant. It can also be a truthful rant. And I believe it's a truthful rant. We can take Sumire out the story today. Bara, I believe you wouldn't care.
But this is what I'm saying.
I know I wouldn't care. I know
this is the mind of a Sarada stan. This is the mind of a Sarada stan. Free game on a random Tuesday. Will you be thinking, bro, do we even care about Metal Lee? No, because no one cares about Metal Lee.
Fuck with Metal Lee. What are you talking about?
I don't care about Metal Lee. No.
Fuck with Metal Lee.
Bro, but my thing is no one will be thinking that. No, my thing is no one will be thinking what would this storyline be without the contributions of Metal Lee. Bro,
because Metal Lee doesn't play a significant part in the story like Sumire is supposed to play.
Yes.
What do you mean supposed to? She's a side character.
No, she's not really. I mean, she's a side
character.
Immune
to omnipotence.
But she's one of the more important side characters. Where Metal Lee,
character. Come on,
yes.
Sarada's a side character. Fucking Konohamaru is a side.
Nah. Stop it. Konohamaru is a side character.
I didn't even.
Sarada's a main character. Stop it. Sarada is one of the main characters. She's one of the main characters. My thing is, I feel like y'all are putting way too much expectations upon Sumire, and y'all are literally for a side character explaining why she's a good side character because she's not a regular side character. She has all these other extra things that connect her to the plot lines.
Actually, no. I feel like I'm attacking the writer. Maybe that's my fault. I'm not probably explaining my feelings about it well, but you are tackling how like I'm ranting. That's true, Bara. You right. And I'm saying things like. There's a lot around the character. Typically, that would make a good side character. But if we're going through the story, Bara, none of these things are built upon, and half of them are dropped. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like you can't introduce a Chekhov's gun and act like the gun was never there throughout the rest of the story. That doesn't make sense. So, like her introduction into the manga. If you just want to say, okay, I'm studying the seal on New Wave's name has never even been mentioned in the manga, bro. This is the second story of a
That's one
story.
question that I wanted to ask.
But you could say
New Wave was this chapter in the manga or was this anime only?
It was anime only, bro. All anime only. She just popped up randomly in the manga one day when they pulled up on Katsusuke, and we were like, oh shit, Sumire's in the manga. That's what happened.
My thing is, you could say that about pretty much almost about multiple things, just like the Joken. You could say that about the Joken. It's not like we're criticizing Boruto about being a bad main character because a lot of his stop it. We're basically
Boruto has so many different storylines that are being fleshed out. He has so
how many people gave up on a Jogan? Like really, stop it.
Boruto people gave up. He has his karma seal. He still has the whole entire omnipotence thing now, right? The whole entire ideal of defeating. There's like so many things going on.
And Sumire
is kind of like it's one of his plots. With Sumire, she has nothing going on. So these subplots.
She's still immune to omnipotence. She's still immune to omnipotence. She just found out that the seventh Hokage is alive. Ooh, she has multiple storylines. She's still not sidekick. I'm going to say she's still the future scientist of the Hidden Leaf Village. So she still has all these major storylines.
I will say this: you could take her love interest aspects, give those to Ada. You can take the scientist aspects, give those to Kinky, and bring that nigga into the manga. And take Sumire out the story. Days. Nothing is going to be missing. Nothing will be missing.
But you can. My point is about most of the side characters. You could say that for it. Why are we singling out Sumire?
Because it's part of the promotional cat. We can't. I'm gonna be honest. We can't say that. First of all real niggas fuck with Shikadai. We ain't taking Shikadai out the story. That's my guy.
Stop it, Shikadai, bro. We could take Shikadai out and nothing's changing.
Shikadai and Shikamaru must be protected at all costs, bro.
Nah,
those
bro.
are the only characters that everybody in the real world can relate to.
You could take Shikadai. You could take all Team 10 out. Nothing's changing, Gaza. All due respect.
You are smoking stronger weed than I am.
Shikadai can't go nowhere, bro. Shikadai can't go nowhere, bro. Shikadai is protected at all costs. And he's not even one of my favorite characters. It's just that he's just
replace Chocho and Master Popo, bro. We're good. We are good.
Yo, stop, bro.
We're good.
With Team 10,
we are good.
That's the reason why Team 10 is well, first of all, they're promotional characters like Sumire, but now it's like we know in TBV that's the team that Himawari trains with. So automatically it's like, okay, they got something there. They build off of it. They gave him a fight against the main villain of the story. They built off of it. What did Sumire do when she popped up on a battlefield? She not only did she watch Boruto and Sarada take out Hidari, but then chapters later, down the line, she goes down to say like, "Oh, we can't be out here." It's like, girl, you acting like you wasn't swapping hands with Mitsuki at the start of the arc. Show these mugs what you capable of, and stop standing around dotting every single chapter. I want her to do something. Long story short, that's basically it.
You said dotting. It's crazy.
That's all she dot.
I'm not getting mad at the scientist for not getting her hands dirty. All due respect. Like she's let us know that she's not a ninja.
Nah, she
was
introduced to us as a ninja, bro, as an assassin ninja trying to blow up the Hidden Leaf Village. We're not gonna fall for that propaganda, bro.
But
she's a fake scientist.
She only became a scientist because of why are we still expecting? She been dropped her flag. Why are we still expecting her to join a gang?
Even if you drop,
because she's not picking up
the scientific flag, you're still part of the gang.
Because it's like on the science field, like strictly on the science aspect, bar. What has she done in that room other than probably read off words of a monitor to Amato as he's tampering with Kawaki? Like she does nothing. Ain't no little contraction that she's introducing.
Why are we all of a sudden expecting a scientist to now be proficient in doing a whole bunch of experiments in 3 years?
I'm sorry for expecting a person under a job description to do their job. I didn't know that was a crazy thing.
We never expected that. We never expect that. Even IRL, like it takes like 15 years of studying to be a scientist.
That's my thing though. What are we expecting? That's my that. You're right on the mark, Bar. We don't expect these things, despite them building up these things. So, what do we expect from this character, and what is she here for?
I expect eventually her to become the scientist of the Hidden Leaf Village. I expect for the storyline of her being immune to omnipotence to become a very pertinent thing in the future. I expect her essentially having the new way among her is going to be very important in the anime once the Jogan is introducing, not the anime, in the manga, once the Jogan is introduced in the manga. All these things I feel like is going to eventually happen. Again, I just feel like you're mad about it not happening yet. like, I think it's going to happen eventually.
You're right on the fact that I'm mad at it, but it's not that it's not happening yet, Bar. It's not that. Because I will let things cook and build. It's just that I don't know. It's useless. It's like I really don't see the point. Like we haven't seen, like all of us expect Ada and Damon to have separate abilities that they probably haven't revealed yet, and it's been like well over 2 to 3 years. I'm not mad we haven't seen that. Damon is one of my favorite characters. Chat, y'all. I've been rocking Damon's profile picture the last 2 pods. He's been on the couch for 2.5 years, bro. I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it.
2 pods.
So it's like it's not even. You said pause. What I say? Whoa! I said something crazy.
Nah, you said 2 pods. Am I in the Genjutsu? Because I swore you had the last one. And not important at all. But okay.
I had Damon last pod. That's one. Well, last 2 pods. Yeah, this pod and that last pod. But yeah, I had Damon last pod. But even with that, bro, he's been on the couch 3 years straight. He's been on the couch. Literally, the last important thing that came out of Damon's mouth was that Uzuhiko shit the ground. Like that, like we don't get nothing from the guy, and he still manages. Ikimoto still finds a way to keep him as one of my favorite characters. So why can't it be like that for Sumire? Why can't I still have interest in the? She doesn't have to be my favorite character, but just for me to call out like the BS around you, that don't mean like I'm gonna call it how I see it. She's out here basically doing a whole bunch of nut. You've seen the Tony Snell meme? That one game he played for like 14 minutes, 0 points, 0 assists, 0 steals, 0 rebounds, 0 turn, like nothing. She's in there doing a whole bunch of cardio, bro.
I disagree with that. My good things come to characters who wait. For a fact, good things come to characters who wait. Bro, I've been through countless pods like this for Kawaki. People basically slandering me for staying at Kawaki, explaining to me that Kawaki has been taking L after L calmly. And I had to let them know, all the respect, I understand what's going on. They're breaking him down, and eventually you're going to give him a big old power-up. That's exactly what happened. I think eventually in the future, Sumire is not necessarily going to get a big old power-up, but I think eventually he's going to have multiple things that's going to make her super important to the actual plot. That's going to, not necessarily just how it is right now, but I think it's going to be at the forefront. Like, for example, I talked about this before. It's not out of the possibility that she tells people about the 7th Hokage still being alive. It's not out of the realm possibility of her telling people about omnipotence, not just omnipotence, but her being immune to omnipotence actually becoming a real threat to Ada, or a potential reason for the Hidden Leaf Village staying alive after another omnipotence attack or something like that. But my whole thing is, I think eventually we'll see these things come to fruit, because again, good things come to characters who wait.
Look, I just don't see it. Those characters.
You can't say you just don't see
it. It's just maybe because in my head I had her up there how we were introduced to the. Yeah, Sumire. Like, I mean, she ain't my favorite, but that's big Sumire. Don't play. But now I'm like, what the fuck is so big about Sumire? What you mean? like, I don't even know why I'm calling her big Sumire for. I really had to like understand. Like, I'm just spouting a whole bunch of nonsense at this point. Like, the anime had it cool.
My thing is 2 years into the manga of Boruto, I think she has a bigger impact than most of the big side characters that we know of 2 years into like Naruto Shippuden. And I even brought up this character earlier, Hinata. Like, she's way more impactful than Hinata 2 years into Shippuden.
Bro, Hinata stepped the pain, bro. Sumire.
I don't think that was 2 years. I think that was after 2 years.
More.
No, I think that was after. Bro, she fought Neji and got bodied, but she was brave enough to fight Neji, even though she knew she was going to lose, bro. Like,
and Sumire out here talking about
Sumire fought Mitsuki.
Sumire fought
Sage Mode Mitsuki.
Sumire fought Sage Mode Mitsuki?
Well, it was a bit of Sage Mode Mitsuki. He was utilizing Sage.
Is the reason why I'm like. Is the reason I was thinking like, dang, Sumire is actually at that point when she fought Mitsuki, she was probably the third strongest person in the entire academy, and all of them are. So Boruto is top 5 skill wise. He's probably number 1 in straight up 1-on-1s in the academy era. He's not beating Mitsuki. He wasn't beating Sumire. We gonna fight Mitsuki? Well, actually, I lied, because then he went on to show what he could do against Nue, but. No, the point still stands. She was in that top 5 era during the academy because she was able to not only get the drop on that had both Naruto and Sasuke in peak forms. They trying to figure out what's going on with all of these random ghost incidents, all of these people. The girl damn near blew up the village. She was this close, and she's the only person running this mission. She ain't got no help from no one. Just an instruction manual book from her father that died years ago. So that's all she's running off of, and she actually made it to the last stage of her plan.
Would you make my point for me? I think that's significantly more impactful than getting clapped up by Neji. All due respect to her.
I think it's worse that they give her all of that, and then they proceed to go 85 episodes without showing the character, and then go, I think like 30 to 40 chapters, and then randomly introducing the character with different motives.
I think they said they was never planning on making her manga canon. I think that was stated.
they was never planning on making Sumire manga canon.
So you telling me her character was so good they forced them to make a decision they did not want to make? This is crazy.
That's what I heard.
They stopped making her good.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Chat, tell me if I'm wrong or not. I don't know. This is what I heard. I'm not saying it's fact.
They stopped making her good. It's literally nothing, because like the anime at least gives us other things to care about with Sumire. Like she had a whole internal personalization when it comes to her, come to that decision of leaving, being a ninja to being a scientific. Like she was wondering how this decision was going to affect Wasabi and Namida and their potential careers as ninjas. Like she had that internal thing, but then she also had to understand, but I also want to learn how to control Nue. Like that was a real thing with the character and how she could have Nue as an asset for the village in the future. Why the fuck is Nue not in the manga, bro? If that's her whole entire like motivation for becoming a scientist. Like your main motivation for becoming a scientist is not in the manga at all. I don't know. I can't defend that, bro. I can't.
My thing is, I feel like we're discussing why she isn't the perfect side character. Like we're discussing why she disappeared from the anime for 85 episodes. Sasuke does that routinely. Like, come on.
Nah, I don't think he's saying why she's not the perfect side character. I think the point he's trying to make is like it's a lot of potential that they are like not expanding on her. Yeah, like not following through on her. Yeah, he's not saying that like she has to be this outstanding side character, but
my point is that's right now, most of the characters here. My point is most of the characters in the series.
Who has that potential? Like Black is saying that they like let go or like they didn't expound on.
No. I'm not talking about the potential. I'm talking about the impact of the series. The potential is the extra part. That's what makes her an actual good side character. That's what you guys are actually putting a negative on her for. I don't know why. The point is 80%, and you guys agree with me, 80% of the side characters on board, so if you erase them, the storyline does not change. The fact is Sumire has that, but also the fact that her potential is that she could actually impact the storyline to the point where she could become a top 5 important character in the series.
No, I say this, Bar,
that should be in addition to her clout.
I'll say this, in terms of importance, there was a point in time prior to 2 days ago, she was top 5 important characters for me until I actually had to think about the story. And I'm like, well, how is Sumire impacting this story in any way? And I've been asking this for like 30 minutes and I'm still trying to figure out how is she impacting the story right now?
That nigga talked himself
like
into says not.
Team 10,
I never seen this. He talked himself into slander Sumire. This is crazy.
Bro, you don't understand how long my man's been simmering on this though. That's the thing.
Look,
like he's been troubled about this for a good couple days.
I really like this. Isn't even. I'm trying to understand more about this character.
I completely understand where it is. Yeah, you are bugging. Again, you're starting off with the idea that Sumire is in the top 5 most impactful characters. I'm starting off with the idea that Sumire is just a regular side character that's likely going to get her man stolen by one of the 2 most powerful kunoichis in the Hidden Leaf Village. Not most powerful, but most important characters, I'd say. Most important characters. You're wrong in putting her there off the bat. I just think she's a regular.
No, I'm not putting her there. I'm saying, why is she there? And why haven't they made it a point to like actually elevate her to that level? Like,
but
we may not. I don't, Bara, don't get me wrong. I agree with in terms of regular, like that's what she is. She's a regular. Like she's just like Konohamaru. Ain't nothing special about her. But why?
Wait a minute. Because she not catching L's like
I said it. Ain't nothing special about her. But why is she being pushed as one of these most important characters? One, and why are they not following up, like capitalizing on the fact that
she's not? She's not being pushed as. How is she being pushed as one of the most? How?
Okay, so the minute she finally started getting more screen time into the what's the name? Into the manga, boom. she's the one to reveal to Sarada that they aren't being affected by Ada's powers. So boom, that came to Sumire. Sumire reports to Shikamaru what's going down. Shikamaru tells Sumire this is the mission. That was the last time this nigga has ever debriefed her on anything, right? Because after that, she was already on a mission to watch Amato and report back anything to him. We see her reporting back on Ada business to Shikamaru before we ever see her mention anything about Amato.
Wait. Well, I gotta call you right there. We've seen multiple times Boruto do things, not the character, but the series do things off screen. We've seen that multiple times. Like I wouldn't be too surprised if in the future, let's say in the future, let's say chapter 25, we see like a bunch of flashbacks of her communicating with Shikamaru. Yeah, that's completely in the cards.
Okay, I'll give her that. I'll give you that. But it's if something happens too many times, it's a pattern. So with the whole Ada thing that happened, we see a model working before we find out is Delta's body. Sumire is the first one to walk in the lab, see a random body, and figure out like all of this stuff with Amato. Amato called her stupid that chapter, and he also revealed that he knows she's trying to do all of this for Shikamaru. Now, how how does that make sense? And I'm questioning that because we know Shikamaru knew about Delta. He called her Broncho or whatever. What did he call her when he activated her? Bronco. He's like Bronco. So Shikamaru had this knowledge. So at that point in time, we know she didn't say anything to Shikamaru because he already has the passcodes. We know Amato built it with Shikamaru in mind. He built Delta being able to operate with Shikamaru's commands in mind. Long story short, she's not doing her mission. Boruto is writing her to not be doing her mission, basically. They are building her up to be one of the main characters, because you don't give a character love interest in the main character of a story. You don't give her and one other character who happens to be the main female character an ability that only the other main female character has. They're both immune. You don't give her that if she's not an important character. You don't.
But how is that not a positive?
Switch professions like that. That never happened. But how in Naruto series?
How is that not a positive?
Ninja scientist.
If you're telling me we're seeing her like Konohamaru, her having that aspect to her and that being attached to the plot has to be a positive, right?
Not based off of the context. So where we're at right now,
stop it.
Chapter TBV, it's not a positive because she's already been in the manga for this long, and it hasn't amounted to nothing.
I got this. If Konohamaru had anything like that, not necessarily the love interest with Boruto, but if he had anything like that in regards to the actual connection to the plot, that'd be a huge plus for him.
So you don't have an issue that Nue is not in the manga?
Well, the reason why I would say, well, overall I'd say yes, but I'd caveat that.
The only reason I'm asking that because I remember it's been we be like, all right, Baru, you hop on and be like, why isn't Sarada using her Sharingan? What's the issue? What's the gripe behind this?
I knew
Nue has never been introduced in the manga. This is her main summoning, bro.
Because I'm gonna start.
That's her summoning.
My thing is, my thing is, to this particular point, like, I don't necessarily think it's like that important for Sumire to actually utilize the Nue. And not only that, the reason why I say that is because the Jogan isn't in the manga yet. If the Jogan was in the manga, we just didn't see the Nue, and then I'd have a huge problem with it. Now, overall, yes, I have a problem with it. Same thing with that. I have a problem with the Jogan not necessarily being in the manga as well. But specifically for her situation, because the Jogan's not in the manga, I can't necessarily have like that big of a problem with it.
It's like, then why is she a scientist though? Because like that's the whole. It's like you introducing character traits and then not like addressing them, right? Because her whole thing, like that's the whole thing, Bara, is that she was like, I'm about to be a scientist for Nue, so I can.
But that's the manga. But that's the manga in a nutshell.
That's the manga. She's introduced in the manga. Boruto sees her and they're like, hey, class rep. You know, because they're like excited to see her. Why? Because she just transferred over. But in the manga, they're not letting us know why. In the manga, Nue is not even in the scene.
The Boruto manga is literally known for not explaining things. We know this. We understand this. We can't. Well, I don't know why we're just singling out Sumire. We understand this.
We're not
we
singling
know.
out Sumire. I'm singling out Sumire because people haven't. It's like
oh my.
It's like, bro. I don't even know how to even explain, bro. You can't just. Like, that's the whole motivation of the character. It's like having Sarada in the manga, right? And not having her wanting to be Hokage brought up or mentioned once. That would be kind of ridiculous for me. Even in the times where she's having conversations with Mitsuki, where her Mangekyo Sharingan unlocking, all the times, damn near, not as much as Naruto, but all the time Sarada is like, I'm going to be Hokage, someone who's striving to be, like, she said, that's damn near her catchphrase. Imagine if that was never mentioned in the manga, her goal to be never in the manga, but it's all in the anime how we see it. That would be a problem for everybody. That would be a huge problem. Imagine if Kawaki is introduced into the manga and it's just like they just show him I don't know, like they just show him I don't know anything, bro. They just take away like a main thing for the like Sumire isn't a main character. Yes, she's a normal character. She's not that special, right? Yes, but it doesn't matter. If you're a character in a story, you have a purpose to play. So if your purpose is introduced,
we're not pulling Metal Lee's card like this.
Like if not that, it's like, what is her purpose then? If her purpose is just to be a character in a story, then let her just be that. Don't give her immunity to one of the most overpowered jutsus and not build on it. Don't make her like all love interests of a main character has some type
but
of.
But to play devil's advocate, they haven't explained Sarada's either.
Sarada's what?
Resistance.
The immunity.
Yeah, immunity.
Sorry. I mean that's the thing though. With Sarada, you could take away the immunity. We could still talk about her Hokage goal. We could talk about her Mangekyo Sharingan. We could talk about her leadership issues or her self-conscious. Like she has things to talk about the character and the impact on the story. Her eyes, the potential of a Byakugo seal, her connection with Hidari, how will Sasuke come back? It's like it's an endless list with Sarada. With Sumire, you got Nue, love story.
It's also endless. It's also endless list as well.
You got Nue, the love story, and immunity to omnipotence. That's it.
And she was there. And she was there for really Kawaki's limits being removed.
You said what?
Like, she was there for Kawaki's limits being removed.
Yes, that whole entire dynamic with her, Amato, and Kawaki, I don't know why they don't build on it. Because in damn near
it's an open storyline.
And damn near every conversation Amato and Kawaki has had together, Sumire is in the scene. She's in the room. She's in the scene. She's in the vicinity, right? So, me personally, I attach her character to those two in terms of like whatever story arc they might have going on in that notion. But like,
before you pick on throwing down, this is like the 7th or 8th mini storyline we're talking about with Sumire, and like regular side characters like Inojin, they'd be lucky to have even one of these. Like this is what I'm saying.
And he followed through. Inojin was introduced one chapter in TBV saying, "Hey, Himawari, I'm gonna protect you no matter what." And in our heads, we knew these 10 tails levels shinobi, these 10 tail levels enemy entering the village. Inojin, what the fuck are you talking about? Who are you protecting? And then we see in the following chapter, he proceeds to at least hold up his ground, like he's acting on his word. Like they introduce a character, and whatever the character is basically going to be made out to be, they execute it. So when I say with Konohamaru and Sumire, like Konohamaru, a lot of people wanted him to be Naruto 2.0. Is that executed? No, he's not even close. With Sumire, I don't even believe her. Like right now, it's not giving the importance that us as a fandom have been making her out to be, and all of these implications that the story have been giving us.
This is crazy. It's not there. Pick on this. See how crazy this is. I think it's like the Riz versus harassment thing.
That's crazy.
Once Inojin's storyline ends, it's like, oh, a beautiful storyline comes to a beautiful end. Once one of Sumire's storyline ends, it's like, oh, the storyline fizzled out. What are we talking about?
It never ended. What storyline for her ended though?
The first arc of the first arc of the whole entire series. What are you talking about?
That didn't end because she still had they showed she had a problem with Nue and she became a scientist to fix that problem. Right? The whole entire her blowing up the village. All right, that's that. I'll give you that ended.
Yes. So they came back from the other dimension. She's now a good person. She no longer wants to carry on the teachings of Danzo. Like, yeah, you feel me? Like, so that finished.
She wasn't even a believer, but even with that, she wasn't even a believer. She was like, bro, just what my dad left me an instruction, man. That's how deep it was, bro. She ain't care nothing about the Anbu. She ain't care nothing about Foundation. I don't even think she ever uttered Danzo's name. She was just like, bro, this step A,
that's not
B,
crazy.
C, and D. You feel me?
That's not for a ninja. That's not crazy. That's not crazy at all.
Okay, so other than that storyline, she didn't destroy the village. Now, the branches that came off of that was like the whole Nue thing. She has a powerful summoning. Come to find out she can't control the summoning. Okay, what is she gonna do about that? She's gonna become a scientist to figure out the ins and outs, how to potentially get better control. All right, let's see where that goes. The anime took it nowhere. And we know, like, towards the end of the anime, they started to get so much closer to the manga, whereas, like, even the anime only arcs wasn't that far off. So now I'm like, well, even the anime only going forward, how are they going to implement Nue back into the story in the middle of, like, manga content problems, where it's like Nue has never been, like, addressed, never been a factor, never been a beneficiary. He can absorb chakra, he can, correct me if I'm wrong, distribute it, but he can open portals and he has some type of nullification abilities. All of these which could have come handy against a plethora of enemies. But she decides to be on a battlefield surrounded by claw marks. Hidari's trying to Chidori Sarada's brains out, and she's just there like, no, let's not help Boruto and pray he can fix it on his own. Like, that don't make sense to me. And I would say partially it's probably on Ikimoto. I'm not going to take away from all the greatness of characters he's given us, but this is probably a Ikimoto fault rather than a Sumire as a character fault, because they're just not writing in these elements.
I agree with both of you. I agree with both of you. They should flesh out more, but I think Bar is right as well. It's more open-ended. Like, they're going to complete her storyline. It's just not happening as fast as you would think it would hope it would, and they're not throwing out as many hints or like expounding on it fast enough. So that's Black's pretty much his qualms with it, with the whole Sumire thing.
But my thing is that should be it should regardless be viewed as a positive that she has these all like a bunch of potential storylines that could actually like be devastating to the actual core plot of the series. That should be a positive.
I would say
I get that.
I'm looking forward to Sumire turning up in the story and becoming more significant. I will say that. I will end it on that. That's what I'm looking forward to.
And what I will say, I could see it as a negative that the storylines didn't come through to fruition, but overall, I think it should be a positive that the storylines are still lingering.
I have hope, but I didn't. I was like, the Nue thing kind of like I was thinking about it the other day. I didn't go like full on like knee deep to it until I was like, wait, is Nue even in the freaking story? Like, then what's the whole point of her being? That's what set me off. So, but I'm looking forward to seeing how they can like really capitalize this as of 24 chapters of Two Blue Vortex. Yes, I'm not going to go back on my word 2 months from now, 3 months from now. Right now, I will take Sumire out the story and still remember her as a character and not miss her a beat. Like, yes, I can do that for 100% sure. Yes. Hopefully, 5 chapters from now, I can't. That's just my opinion.
That's crazy. Hey, yo, we got another donation. J Money Go 8 sent us a $10 donation. And appreciate the love, man. He said, shout out my guy. He said, thoughts on Kawaki will end the age of shinobi. My thought is Kawaki implanting karmas on the shinobi world for power world for power for an oncoming war versus new threats. People will die from it.
What is that like? Man, I'm trying to think. It's from some movie, something like that. I can't think of the name. That would be crazy though if Kawaki did something like that. That would definitely be crazy. But I don't think he's gonna. That'd just be a whole bunch of Kawakis running around. He wouldn't give karmas to a whole bunch of shinobi. I don't think he would do that though.
Yeah, how people die from it? Like, maybe it could. You could think like the Jigen experiments, like you could.
Oh yeah.
It could
Well,
like
if Kawaki decides to throw
Orochimaru
him in like a
curse mark
test
on
tube,
steroids.
Yeah.
But then again, he might get a couple vessels.
I can see him ending the Age of Shinobi battle just like taking the chakra instead of like giving karma cells. He could just take everyone's chakra and make them normal.
Absorb everyone's chakra till they die, or until
not like absolute zero, but absorb any type of power. Like absorb either like the yin, whatever like the explanation detail would be, like the yin and the yang, whatever allows them to manipulate and mold their chakra. Absorb that. So now everybody just walking around regular. I could see Kawaki.
It's going to be crazy, but I just think that Kawaki is going to try to kill all shinobis.
Dang, he would have to snap though. What's going to make him snap like that?
I don't know. It might be someone or him realizing that not only regular or not only Otsutsuki's are threats to Naruto, but shinobis are as well. I think that could be like a big thing. The reason I say is because I think him trying to kill all Otsutsuki members is a crazier mission than trying to kill all shinobis. I think we could agree with that, right?
That's messed up though, bro. Why would he? I don't know. That is easier mission for sure. But like he want to protect them, so he just gonna be like, I'm gonna just kill y'all instead. And then this will be easier.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If he really wants Naruto to be protected, I mean, Naruto's gonna easily be the strongest character on the planet after that. Or once Kawaki killed himself.
So it's actually if he plans to weaken the.
I think I read his super chat wrong. He said he won't care if it kills people, but he will make the human race powerful enough to kill his threats. Because, like, on the super chat, he said, my thought is Kawaki implanting karmas on the shinobi world for power for an upcoming war versus new threats, knowing people will die from it. So I'm thinking he's talking about the new threats, knowing that they'll die from whatever's coming.
You got to go through a major change to be able to rely on random people to that type of scale. I don't see Kawaki just passing out his karma like that.
My thing is, the only reason why he'd need a karma cell is because he'd probably go to another planet and then potentially like make a god tree and then eat the god tree. But it's still kind of confusing. Like he doesn't have Otsutsuki member to plant. I don't know how would that even like help him. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, if he actually is able to make a karma army, that would be OP though. So
kind of like how Naruto gave everybody in the war.
Like that. Like, yep.
But the karma doesn't work like that though. Like if you hypothetically,
no, I'm just saying like that type of situation.
I get the idea, but hypothetically, if Kawaki gives Code, let's say his karma cell, can he now control Code?
I don't think he should be able to control them though.
I don't think
he would be able to just like they would all just be able to have power.
It will be at a point because it's a new threat. It's an enemy they all have to fight together. So I don't think Kawaki is really going to be worrying about anybody turning on him.
Oh no.
Knowing the character, I'm not going to lie to you because he suggested to Boruto to plant a karma cell on Code. I don't know what Kawaki would do in a situation because I don't think it's far-fetched for him to want to plant a karma on somebody, but also knowing how he acts versus when he's weak versus when he knows he has a lot of power, he gets a little bit more confident and cocky in his actions. So I don't even see him like, hey, all 10,000 y'all finna get a karma, we finna go out here and wipe out this army. I think he's dumb enough, but also confident enough to probably press the army by himself.
Yeah.
Anyway, J Money messed me up with this, bro. My reading comprehension is on the ground right now. I don't know, bro.
Thoughts will end the age of Shinobi. I don't know.
My thing though, I could see like Kawaki and Boruto like playing Karma Seals. Overall though, this goes to like my frustrations with Kawaki. One of his plans should have been like planting chocolate fruits in other planets and then like eating them. Like that should have been the case. Like I just don't know.
You need to feed
Otsutsuki
to one. So where he going to find an Otsutsuki?
And he would have to commit genocide a lot of times too.
I think he could have found some sort of Otsutsuki DNA.
You just want him to go around murdering random people and then murder a planet and then come back.
His literal goal is to murder all Otsutsuki members. You couldn't catch one lacking. You couldn't just catch one of the weak ones lacking.
We did even say that, like fresh off the time skip. Like he's been chilling in Konoha, so he should have. He really should have at least attempted.
That's what I'm saying.
Attempted and got folded.
Stop it.
And left another dimension.
Hey, he's bodying most of the Otsutsuki members. He's bodying Kawaki. Not Kawaki. He's bodying Kaguya. Stop it. He's destroying Kaguya. All those
asked Jutsu. He's done.
Nah, he's beating the brakes off of Kaguya for sure. She ain't fucking with Kawaki.
He's dodging that bone ass jutsu. Come on.
Nah. That ash bone jutsu, it's not hitting him. It's too slow.
If Kakashi is dodging it timed into in like in the gravity dimension, like
not even the gravity
dimension. That's why it was slow.
Just in general, I'm talking about not even the gravity when she hit Obito. I'm talking about in general. That shit is too slow to hit Kawaki. It's gonna be too slow.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Hey, I did want to talk about something though. About the article that you sent in the chat.
Oh yeah.
If you want to bring it.
I heard it was Cap. I ain't about to lie.
You did?
I mean, they said I haven't checked because I don't follow Kodachi on. I say Kodachi Ikimoto or who was it? Somebody on Twitter.
Kodachi says breaking news: Kodachi has reported a tweet of one of the executives at Studio Period. Says we now have 400 new animators working for the Boruto anime. The anime right now is in peak of production. We are very happy with the situation right now. Boruto anime is so back. Hashtag Boruto.
Scroll down and peep the comments right quick.
All right.
Go to the original one though. The original post, if it is.
Bro, yeah, see the Shaq meme. The Shaq meme, you can't fool me. I'm familiar with your game. Come on, bro. Gang. Bro. What the comments say? I can't even see that. I ain't about to lie.
Hold on.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, retweet, because like they be retweeting stuff a lot on Twitter, but 400 animators, I was like, I don't know.
Don't get me wrong. I'd love it. Do we speak on the possibility of it being real?
400 new animators? I mean, it's in production for sure. I don't think with 400 of them niggas though.
Because
how they gonna pay all four? They already got trouble paying like 20. You tell me they gonna pay 400 niggas fairly? Nah, that's cap.
I think if any series could do it, Boruto could do it. If any series, Masashi Kishimoto could shout out the cash. What's the problem? What is the problem? He got it. Like he knows what he's doing. Like I think my biggest problem with Boruto is that they just haven't done what they could do. Like we could have had 3 movies already. We could have had all the action figures, all the promotion around the Boruto cards. They just haven't done it. Do you feel me? Like, and not only that, when it comes to anime as well, like they're talking about how they didn't have all the time management in the world. That shouldn't have been the case. Like we went through months and months of anime only stuff. Like the planning itself, I just feel like they just haven't tried enough. In my personal opinion,
they have not, bro. Honestly,
it seems like it may be true, bro.
We should have some movies.
Look at this right here. I searched on Google. It says Studio Peria hires 400 new animators. Recent announcement indicates Studio Peria has expanded its production.
Damn, that boy
Somebody
right.
cutting up. GTR, I think.
Facts. Recent announcements indicate Studio Peria has expanded its production capabilities and workforce to improve animation quality and adapt to evolving anime landscapes. It says,
what's the source?
This is from AI.
I was about to say that's AI generated.
Come on, bro. What's the source? Click the link. Click the link icon. What are you talking about here?
What's that thing they used to make us do on essays? A source page? A site page?
Yeah.
You had to cite your sources. Oh my god.
To know how reliable the article you reading is.
Yeah.
Like we could be reading something from the Onion.
Sources at school. That's crazy.
It does say while there isn't a specific announcement about hiring exactly 400 new animators, these developments suggest a significant expansion and investment.
What's
if that's the case, I knew that was expanding. I knew that. Everybody knew that. They've been saying
the latest one I see is from 2004.
They're saying it's not an official announcement because Ikimoto just retweeted somebody. What's Ikimoto's Twitter? Let's find out for once and for all.
It wasn't Ikimoto. It was Kodachi who retweeted it.
Oh yeah, how does Kodachi know? Kodachi got fired.
That's what I'm saying. But even if he's not a part of the thing no more, like, do you think he would just be trolling and retweet some shit about Boruto just randomly, knowing that people gonna be watching his page? Like,
no. To be honest, I think he'd know.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's probably like legit. He probably saw it like, oh, that's nice. Yeah, I do remember.
Bro, I cannot read a lick of this. I think this is Kodachi's.
Do you see that same tweet that was in the
Oh, hold on. Let me go to.
We could do some translates. Go to the comment section. Actually, people will be able to tell. Then you'll be able to tell if it's Kodachi. You see a lot of English commenters. Go,
well, you could translate. You could translate the stuff too.
Yeah.
What is this dude's first name?
Ukyo Kodachi.
How you spell that?
I said A. U K. Shit.
Yeah, it's right there on the screen right there.
Oh, there it is. Right there. I'm looking at my keyboard. I'm bad.
I was about to embarrass myself, bro. Come on.
Oh yeah, I guess this him right here. Him or either him, but they.
But do you see the retweet where it's talking about 400 animators?
I don't see it.
That's why I said go back to the. Let me see. No, I can't even go back.
Niggas out here searching for articles.
Yeah, I don't see it, bro. I don't see it.
What was the date on it though?
Let me.
What was the original tweet?
Say,
I could probably search it up on my phone. I'll probably be quick. I ain't about to lie.
This right here.
How
long ago? I don't know.
That's it. That's just said 1 day ago.
Yeah, from his whatchamacallit.
Screenshot.
This is not even from Kodachi. This is from somebody else.
But Kodachi reposted it.
Oh, he reposted it.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's look up.
We're looking for the repost.
Oh yeah, you see it. Ukyo Kodachi reposted.
Let's just make sure this person is real.
It looks like it says 1 day ago, so I guess 1 day ago from yesterday, maybe like 2 to 3 days ago. This shit is.
There's one. What is that tweet? Is that
That's what I'm saying
live?
On Kodachi page. It might be from like 2 to 3 days ago, 1 to 2 days ago.
Yeah. Let me check on my phone right quick. Hold up. Kodachi.
Nah, gang. I'm not seeing it on her shit.
Damn.
22 hours ago. Yeah.
Nigga said 22 hours ago.
No, I'm saying I saw tweets from like 2 hours ago and 13 hours ago.
Something like this where I go back 50 days ago just to make sure. What are we talking about?
Bro,
Nigga talking about 2 hours ago.
No, I'm just reading the time that it was on there. Hold on.
Huh?
That shit said a day ago.
I'm going back 3 months just to make sure.
Shit, it says
Triple
July
check
20th.
Damn,
I don't know what the fuck that is right there.
Yeah, bro.
I think this is cap.
Whoever posted that Shaq meme was right. You can't fool me. I'm familiar with the game. Bro, yeah, I've been dodging so much fake Boruto anime rumors, bro. Ever since the anime stopped, bro. Bro, I'm a vet at this point.
Somebody comment, I fucking hate you with all my heart. I literally screamed, and then I saw the replies.
Come on, bro. It's bad work.
Oh shit! Yeah, this look like it's not. He said
blindly scrolling is kind of dangerous.
Yo, this dude said genjutsu on that level doesn't work on me. Yo, what the fuck?
I ain't gonna blindly scrolling is kind of crazy. I ain't looking about
that. Yeah. So I guess not. All right. Well, guess that's not news.
Oh shit! Where Black Uchiha go?
Oh, he right here.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you dropped off. My bad, bro.
Yo, how long was you out there? I didn't even know this.
I was in the backstage for like 5 minutes.
God damn.
Couple minutes.
Yeah.
Not that long.
Yo, free game cooking.
Bro, no, I got 2 monitors. I'm looking at a whole nother monitor reading shit. Damn. I didn't know.
My bad. What was you talking about again? I forgot.
About this being cat.
Yeah, I hopped. Yeah, my thing had disconnected right when we was trying to figure out if it was fake news or not. Still,
it is
same shit. Yeah,
it is. It's fake news.
Oh yeah, for a fact.
Yeah, I mean, it don't. 400 is kind of egregious, but I don't know. Maybe some new animators popped up on the scene, but yeah, that's egregious.
I wish, man. I wish. My thing is like, and. This could go into the fact that we might prefer a seasonal release, but I don't even want like a bunch of episodes that's just like mediocre, so they just hire 400 artists or animators that just are mediocre. Yeah. I want the best of the best from Studio Perry.
Yeah. And out of all those 400, they might have some terrible art or just artists that we don't rock with their styles.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah. The ones that animated the start of Dragon Ball Super, nah, we don't want them. They can stay on the bench. They stay there with Tony Snow on them. You feel me? Yeah, we straight.
Nah, I feel you on that. Yeah. Hey, quick question on the chapter though. Do y'all think that if Boruto and Kawaki would have fought Jiraiya, they would have won instead of retreating?
It probably would have been like Naruto and Sasuke versus Jigen. Like if they would have beat Jigen into there, they would have had to fight Ishiki.
Yeah, something like that. My thing is they'd have to figure out a way to stop that wood style thing that just heals Jiraiya. If they find a way to do that, plus Boruto and Kawaki enter the battle full power and they fight alongside the Karma Seal resonating, yeah, I think they beat Jiraiya.
All they need to do, if it's just Boruto and Kawaki, have Kawaki run the ones with him. Boruto charge up Uzuhiko, obliterate that man, snatch his soul thorn, and just call it a day and run away. Just don't come back. Just leave.
Don't come back.
Just don't come back. Like, don't stay to find out what happens with the tree roots, how his body. You gonna mess around, the roots gonna snatch that soul thorn out your hand. So.
Yeah. A Karma Seal Uzuhiko with a resonating. Yeah, that's different.
Oh, yeah. If Kawaki resonates that Uzuhiko, is GG's for Jiraiya.
Oh, yeah, facts. Doesn't seem like they can do that no more, brother.
Yeah, he's using, at that point, he's using the universe's chakra, not just the planets.
Yeah, for a fact. Yeah. I mean, my thing is they could make that wood style thing from Jiraiya just broken. Like it could just be like, yeah, you can't cancel it because we seen what Kawaki tried to do. He tried to like blast it, and like it just canceled out once that wood style appeared.
It did not even affect it at all. That's But then we also see Boruto slicing and dicing it up into pieces like it was nothing.
Yeah, so, true.
It might be just the ones that heal him that are that durable.
True. I do have to. Maybe it's like maybe it could be like a taijutsu thing where it's like how Himawari destroyed it. She destroyed it by like actually physically like.
Oh yeah, okay, kind of like I see what you mean. Like taijutsu can be like its vulnerability as opposed to like ninjutsu. Okay, I see what you mean.
It could so maybe Boruto pulls up with a sword or Kawaki pulls up with a staff. Maybe that could probably. But if they figure out a way to like stop that, I think they beat them.
They can beat them. I asked y'all this because I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I saw the comment section, they was going crazy on this, and it actually baffled me to the point like how divided it was. But who do y'all think Kawaki's fight was better choreographed or Boruto's fight against Jura?
I gotta say Kawaki's.
Okay, you got some reasonings behind it, or you just like in general, not like whatever you feel.
To be honest, I haven't necessarily looked back at the other chapter after I seen this chapter, but like, a lot of the stuff I seen here, like, it just looked impeccable. To be honest, there's some like full panels where it's like multiple pages, like in a row, where it's like no words, just full on action scenes, full on fight scenes. That looks with like incredible art scenes. We didn't really get to see that with Boruto. They focused more on the fighting scenes, in my personal opinion, with Kawaki and Jura.
I like Boruto and Jura better. It gave me Sasuke vibes, like when he threw the kunai, switched places with it, stuff like that. Like it had a lot of dope ass movements. And Jura was like he wasn't even like injured or anything at that point. He still had his leg. Boruto was able to chop off his leg. Like I think that fight was not a lot better than Kawaki's, but I like that one better than Kawaki's. Kawaki fight was dope as hell too. I'm not downplaying that, but I just like Boruto's better.
No, actually, I say what I like about the Boruto fight. With the Boruto fight, I thought it had a bit more aura to it, if that makes sense, because we thought that Jura was an unbeatable guy, and Boruto actually making him sweat for the first time. I thought that was like elite, so I thought that was like a big thing.
Yeah, whereas like when Kawaki came, crushed.
Yeah, whereas like when Kawaki came, like even before the fight came, I told you I think Kawaki's going to do better than even Boruto did. So Boruto.
Like really Boruto second. Yeah. I agree. I asked that because I saw people like the way they were arguing, like I call them the chapter 23ers or the 24s. They were acting like these chapters were in different mangas, like how bad they were talking about the other one. It was like, well, damn, are we all Boruto fans here? So I didn't think it was that deep, but I agree. I think it's actually hard to say because I read 22, 23, and 24 back to back, just like that. And Boruto's fight had more finesse to it. It definitely showcased. I think Ikimoto did a great job of showcasing the strengths of Boruto and the strengths of Kawaki, and the perfect person to do it against, rather than against each other, was Jura. So, looking over it, especially back to back, like Kawaki's fight had more power to it. It was more of a slug. It was more of a brawl. Where Boruto's fight, it was more of a survival tactic. He's out here trying different things to see if they work, and Kawaki is doing the same thing, but the things that he's trying to see, like, will this kill Jura? Okay, that doesn't. Okay, how about this? Will this kill him? Whereas Boruto is like, will this even work? Let me try that. Okay, that doesn't work. Well, will this work? Okay, that doesn't work. So it really showcased how much stronger, at least like in terms of like force output, Kawaki is than Boruto, but also how much more adaptable and quick thinking Boruto is than Kawaki. So that's the main difference. So, and I said specifically choreography because I feel like it's a little bit more finesse with Boruto's fight, whereas Kawaki, like, Jura only got hit by Boruto, I think, a few times. Like, he got hit with 2 Rasengans, one of them being the Uzihiko, and then he got cut. And then he got hit with the Purple Lightning. Like, Kawaki was stabbing this man in the abdomen, through the eye, blasted his stomach off, shooting bijou bombs point blank range. So, yeah, it's a lot more. it's a lot more power in Kawaki's fight, but I think more choreography in Boruto's fight. Equally, I like.
No, I like the fact when Kawaki absorbed the Bijou bomb, the fact that he summoned the cubes and stuff like that. I don't know. He was like, to be honest, I thought he could have done a lot more with his shrinking stuff. I thought he could have shrunk himself a lot more and probably done a lot more the summon,
he could have
stuff.
He could have showed. He did some things that we ain't seen Jigen, like the time when he shrunk and summoned those 4 cubes at the same time. We ain't never seen that before. So I was like, okay, that's a little bit of finesse going on there. But at the same time, when Kawaki fought Garo in the manga, it wasn't too much of us talking about choreography. But when it was like, nah, this is what this Kawaki was really doing, bro. You feel me? So who knows? Maybe my tone might change when the anime drops, and Kawaki might really just be out here flipping and dipping, as well as blasting Jura to oblivion. So
one of the things that I wish the Boruto manga did, like, and to be honest, it's 2025. What are we doing here? I wish they had like colored manga so we could actually see the impact of Kawaki's karma seal, like when he actually has a red and red. You feel
like
me?
colored pages.
Like, for example, yeah, colored pages. Like, for example, when
do it eventually.
Yeah, I wish. I hope.
Nah, those the fans though. They do those. I know. I follow that page, Boruto Colors.
Yeah,
on Twitter. Yeah,
those the fans.
I think sometimes they do put out colored panels, like official.
Nah, I think the only official was like chapter 1.
Chapter 1. But other than that,
yeah. So I wish that officially. I think Manhwa does it, right? They put out colored.
The whole entire thing is in not just panels. The whole entire chapter, everything is in color with Manhwa.
Yeah. So with this manga, all they can really do is like shade or partially like lighten Kawaki's karma seal. So we could, I guess we could pretty much just assume. So like the end blast, it's shaded. It's just shaded a little bit lighter. Alongside when he pretty much blew Jura's side off, is just shaded extremely light. So like I wish we could actually see his karma seal radiating red. In the anime, of course, we'll see it. That'll be fire.
I agree.
Sure. Yo, shout out to Juju. What up, bro? He said Kawaki is more skilled than Jigen now.
Yeah, Kawaki is always been aggressive, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
The crazy thing is, I wouldn't even shout out my guy Juju, but I wouldn't even say he's more skilled than Juju.
Heard from Juju in a minute.
Facts.
Hit me on Discord, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say he's more skilled than Jigen. I'd probably say he for sure is stronger than Jigen. But Jigen's probably, if you'd give Jigen like the actual, what's it called? We still don't even got a name for it for the eye. If you gave him the actual dojutsu and the chakra reserves for it, I think he could have got more. His bag would have been a lot deeper than Kawaki's.
I think we did get a name for it.
The Kokugan. I'm about to say, but at this point, they still knocking on my door. At this point, I ain't gonna lie though. That's basically Ishiki. I don't like separating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We talk about like skill wise. That's basically Ishiki's skill set right there.
Yeah. So skill. Yeah, but if we do incorporate the limitations, the fact that he didn't have the chakra reserves, his body wasn't as durable as Kawaki. The fact that he didn't have the dojutsu. So yeah, you could then say Kawaki is more skilled than Jigen.
Yeah, and y'all brought up a point. I don't know, maybe they'll animate it differently, but he was able to shrink himself and drop cubes. So you ain't see Jigen do that.
Jigen didn't do that. Jigen almost died when he shrunk and Sasuke stabbed him. He was like, "Cause I can't teleport. I can't do." He said he couldn't do something while he was shrunken down like that.
Oh yeah,
he can't open up another portal.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
but Kawaki is really, I think he's really finesse adapted. I just think it's so like, I'm not gonna lie, Ikimoto does such a good job with both of these characters, Boruto and Kawaki, to like each, like with Naruto and Sasuke, it was more noticeable. Like Sasuke was the talent and skill, Naruto was the powerhouse and the force. With Kawaki and Boruto, it's like instances with both characters, they have both talent, skill, and powerhouse moves, but you see the edge for powerhouses in Kawaki and the edge for skill is in Boruto, but they're still both like neck and neck. Like that's how I see it.
So, quick question: we both agree, or I guess we could all three agree that Boruto is likely going to end up stronger than Kawaki at the end of TVV. Do you think
stronger?
I think they'll be the same.
I don't think he's going to be physically stronger than Kawaki. Nope.
I think they'll be around the same strength. I think Boruto will just be more skilled.
Well, my question is going to be
skill. I don't think he's going to eclipse him in terms of raw power.
Well, I guess I just get my question. Do y'all think Kawaki and Boruto are going to be closer at the end of the series than Sasuke and Naruto were? And y'all kind of like answered a little bit.
Close. I mean, Naruto and Sasuke were pretty close. Closer than what a lot of people want to give credit for, but
yeah, the Momoshiki battle pretty much made us think or believe that now Naruto is pretty much like above. Naruto's there.
They're always said to be relative in strength.
Naruto and Sasuke, or are you talking about Boruto and Kawaki?
Naruto and Sasuke.
Well, Sasuke had to do more to match up to Naruto's strength, where Naruto had, his body, and he had Kurama. So Sasuke had to figure out things to level out the playing field. That's why I always give it to Sasuke, but I think it's closer. I wouldn't say it's closer with Boruto. It's kind of harder with Boruto and Kawaki because it's like so many instances where it does go back and forth. But then having Momoshiki into the mix, it's like it makes it confusing. Like, and then introducing Kawaki being limited makes it even more confusing because now it's like, well, we saw Momoshiki fight Kawaki, and I know a lot of people want to put that part 1 Kawaki not only over Jigen, but like as like he was dominating Momoshiki that fight. Momoshiki, like every time he's taking over board, like he has conditions. It's a chakra condition, it's a conscious decision condition, right? And then it's like he got to make sure Boruto don't wake up. He got to make sure he has a stronger will than Boruto, and he has to make sure don't absorb chakra. So you got to dodge everything or simply like counter it. You feel me? So he has all these conditions whenever he's fighting in Boruto's body. And the fact that Kawaki had to go like all out like that to fight him, it lets me know like, yes, Kawaki has more potential, but if we're going to implement Momoshiki, he's going to exert more like physical strength than what we've seen Kawaki do. So even right now, if we're talking with Boruto and Kawaki, if Boruto's body gets taken over, the physical strength that Momoshiki would be able to exert, I believe, right now would be more than what we see with Kawaki. But if Boruto is able to utilize the karma on his own, Kawaki will be able to exert more physical strength than Boruto, if that makes sense, how I said it.
No, I see that. Yeah. I see it. What you think, Free Game? If you could, what do you think would be closer?
I mean, honestly, I think Boruto will be more stronger at it. Like if he could control his karma cell, like not even with Momoshiki taking over, he's just more skilled. His like just base power is just out of control. I mean, we could say that Kawaki was fighting Jura in base a lot of times, and then activating his karma cell, we still needed it. Whereas Boruto didn't need it at all throughout the whole battle. But I don't know, man. I think they're going to be relative. They're going to keep on going back and forth in power as the series go along. Like one's going to be stronger than the other, and then they're going to match up, and then one is going to surpass the other, and eventually they'll get to the point where they're at equal playing fields.
So okay.
Real quick, my thing is I don't think Kawaki's going to be like a Vegeta. All due respect, Vegeta. I'm a Vegeta fan, and this is kind of ironic because he's the number 2 to Goku and Kawaki is the number 2 to Boruto. But Vegeta had this moment once he exited the time chamber, the hyperbolic time chamber, and the Cell Saga, when he was stronger than Goku, he was stronger than Cell, he was likely stronger than Trunks because Trunks thought that Super Trunks was probably was the best thing to hit town. So he would probably destroy Trunks. I think if Kawaki has a moment like that where he's the strongest person in the battlefield, like he's actually completing his plans. Like he's not waiting and chilling for other people to get stronger. Like he's completing his plans.
I mean,
he might kill Boruto.
He had that opportunity at the end of part 1, though, bro. He did.
I don't know. To kill Boruto at the end of part 1, I don't know.
I mean, like, because if you take out even the fact that he couldn't kill Boruto, yes, but it was already established he was stronger than Boruto at the time. Shikamaru confirmed that Naruto or Sasuke couldn't keep his power in check, and the only choice they had to was just to make sure that they stayed on his good side and they kept Naruto safe. That's the only way to keep Kawaki's power in check. So he had a point in time where like he knew and everybody around him knew, like, yeah, we can't fuck with him right now. We saw what he still like. He wasted that opportunity. I think I think experience plays also a huge part because the end of part 1 Kawaki that got captured by Mitsuki and Sasuke, he could have obliterated that entire battlefield if he had more experience. But he ran out of chakra and he got nervous and he panicked.
Well, I've criticized Kawaki for multiple things. My thing overall, though, I think. Well, specifically, my criticism stemmed from him not necessarily doing or taking advantage of the fact that he was the strongest in part 1. Like, but again, him not necessarily killing Boruto. That aside, him attacking other Otsutsuki members. But hypothetically, if this happens again in TVV, it's a different power level. Like, I think he'd be stronger than most Otsutsuki members or weak level, low level Otsutsuki members he comes by. But if we're just talking Otsutsuki members in general, I think he'd probably have some difficulties. But now, let's say in TBV, if he then now surpasses Jura, he now surpasses Boruto. Well, most Otsutsuki members he comes by, he's clapping up. And in part 1, during the time skip, Cold was still stronger than him. So even on this planet, he couldn't really do what he really wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I don't. Yeah, it's hard. Once we don't think there's no more other power-ups coming from Kawaki, at least externally, like from Amato or anything, right? Like,
I think from Amato, I could see it simply because he is like built from scientific technologies, and Amato is a scientist. He could pretty much give him a bunch of upgrades. Like, he could literally give him a whole new arm that could do a whole bunch of other things, like a whole bunch of gadgets. So because that I could see it. What I would say though, like, I wouldn't necessarily rule out him training with Kashin Koji. That obviously makes him like that much stronger. I wouldn't necessarily rule out like huge powers that makes him like insanely strong. But this is going to be sad for like a Kawaki fan. Like, as far as him surpassing Boruto, I think that's going to be like a hard pill to swallow. But I don't think he could. I don't think he's going to do it. What matter of fact, I'd say this. I think he could surpass Boruto in his conscious level, but I think eventually, like hypothetically, if Kawaki and Boruto ever actually do fight, and Boruto is about to die, Momoshiki will eventually take over, and he'll eventually beat Kawaki. And you guys basically gave this caveat before, where if Boruto eventually does master the Karma Seal, then of course he'd probably have that power to eventually beat Boruto. Beat Kawaki. But I don't necessarily see it happen as of right now until Momoshiki and Boruto make that friendship. I did want to talk about the storyline, but of course we'll talk about love.
You got Boruto and Kawaki full Karma Seals. Kawaki with the Kokugan, Boruto with the Jogan. Who's winning that?
I'd say Boruto.
Okay. I agree. Partially because of the Jogan, and we don't know what else that's going to do for him. But yeah, I agree. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't see Kawaki having that defect that Vegeta had. If Kawaki becomes number 1, he's probably clapping Boruto right then and there. There's no more Otsutsuki threat. There's no more Shinju threat. What's the problem? He's clapping Boruto.
He would have to clap Jura first, absolutely, and take him out the picture.
Yeah, true. But again, I think clapping Boruto in some ways would be like foiling some of Jura's plans, right? Matter of fact, no. That would be playing into that a lot.
Well, Jura wants to.
I'll be doing exactly what he wants to.
To eat Kawaki, but he wants to kill Boruto. So yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly what he wants to do.
So what do y'all think that point of that cliffhanger was for? Like with Jura and the point of the cliffhanger with Jura and Hidari. Like, I was talking to y'all backstage, and I was like, "Why did they end it off with that?"
comedic relief.
That's
and to
it.
show us that Hidari is reading. Jura's not the only Shinju that's reading. They trying to hide it behind a funny moment, but Hidari is plotting and scheming.
You think on Jura?
I didn't say. Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't say on. I mean, he's plotting and scheming, bro. Because we do see in the future from Kashikoji, like at the very least, he might be battling Sarada, and we see her Mangekyo active. So I think he's probably just getting like, bro. Honestly and truly, if Hidari pulls up on Sarada right now, all what we already know, and he tries to fight, he's gonna get mollywopped. She's from up like. What? That's what
bro getting so excited he's breaking up.
Way, and then we'll see him fight again. So maybe that's part of the reason, or he might just
my brother. We heard nothing of what you said.
I went out. My mic went out.
No, your mic was like doing a cha-cha slide or something because you kept on going in and out.
Pause. Oof. Yeah. It was just messing up a little bit. Repeat that. Like the last 15 seconds of what you said. Damn. Did we completely lose game?
How do I sound?
You're straight now.
Wait, hold on. I think I lagged because it took y'all a minute to answer. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Damn, I lagged.
Yeah, he's lagging.
Yeah, you try to exit and enter back? Yeah, facts. Chat, we have some technical difficulties. Apologies.
Some technical difficulties. Hey, while we wait for him to get back, when you want to do a member spot?
Shit. How's Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can fit into my schedule.
All right.
If you want to join the members conversation, then the link is in the description. No, it's pinned in the comments. Nah, not the comments. The live chat. Just click that and you can join the membership. You can join the conversation on Wednesday if Bar holds his promise because he be flaking.
You never know.
What did I miss?
You missed nothing.
Yeah. We was basically waiting for you to get back to complete your soliloquy. No, don't tell me I'm still lagging. No.
Oh man. Yeah. We 2 hours in anyways. Hey, so thank you for everybody for joining us because Black is having some technical difficulties. We don't want to keep y'all waiting for too long. Thank you to all the members, Jordan for the donation, Ready SG, and J Money Go 8. We appreciate all you guys, and we're gonna catch y'all on the members spot if we have it. I'll let y'all know ahead of time though.
Facts. Wednesday. We're gonna let my guy Black Uchiha finish his soliloquy. Good looks for all y'all for stopping by.
Hey yo, my soliloquy is crazy, bro.
Oh, now he's back. Oh wow.
Yeah. I just did. I had myself muted a little bit. Yeah, I'm here.
Nah, you good.
Now Gang's connections are immaculate.
Immaculate. Yeah. I already gave the outro, bro. All right, we'll catch y'all later. Peace.
Peace out. Oh, just